itch to scratch. I'll give up everything. If I could see my dreams, cause I'll do anything to make one a reality. Don't let go. I'll make things right, cause I'll do anything to make one a reality.
I just wanna find a way out, sick of the venom in my brain. Running from the past, wanna escape my pain. I just wanna be a better person, I deserve this. I just wanna break these chains. Always asking for greatness, true to myself, I never fake it. Seen too many once that I so they get famous. And when I say the truth, most really can't take it. In spite of everything I've been through, I'ma make it. Fake friends, but on my downfall is toxic. Day one, started the outlaws for profit. Now all I do is write verses, no talking. All I do is put the work in, no option. This was everything I ever wanted. Created a legacy off of me just being honest. And the fake ones hate, but it's all to no avail. They wanna see me lose, but you know I never fail.
I'll give up everything, daunting if I can see my dream. Cause I'll do anything to make one a reality. I'll give up everything, daunting if I can see my dreams. Cause I'll do anything to make one a reality. Don't let go. Don't let go. I'll make things right, cause I'll do anything to make one a reality.
Oh, damn. It is Friday. Friday. Let's go. I am so ready for today to be over with. Direct. Let's see. I'm not. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't touched Borderlands in so long. I don't even think it matters. What's this? Nope. That's funny. Poker night at inventory. What the hell is this? I was gonna say, you know that's about to be copyright. That's it? Well, at least they're trying to do something with the Thomas franchise. They haven't done anything with Thomas franchise in so long. Empire City Co-op. What's this? Nope. Oh, this is VR. This is VR. No. Oh, fuck that. This is VR.
From the studio that brought you the Yakuza series, Kazuma Kiryu and Yoshitaka Mine are back-to-back in Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties, a double feature that will break you in two. First, and show them that heart hits harder.
Uncle Kai.
Plus, Yoshitaka Mine in Dark Ties. In this world, you do what it takes to get ahead. And loyalty.
These are just so... They're so funny, dude. Might end up playing this at some point. Not on stream, but off stream. So they literally released a double game. That's crazy. The First Descendant is multiplayer slop. No one cares about that. At least I don't. Dark Ties, you already saw that. It's a side scroller. We saw this already. Black Ops 7 sucks wieners. We watched Toxic Commando yesterday on IGN. We already saw that. Yeah. Ace Combat. That was what it was. That's cool. So you played World War I and World War II? That's really cool. Oh, there's VR. That's kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. How come it is that not all these simulator games have VR? They all need VR, man. How come they don't all have that? Okay, I think we can probably move on from the game and stuff. Finally some actual music. Sharp disagreement. Honestly, I should let the music play, huh? I should let the music play. So this is what the Kamala Harris campaign is doing now to try to get young people to vote. Because, you know, it'll totally help them, right?
Now, yesterday, a lot of people were hypothesizing what was Kamala Harris announcing. Kamala Harris hints that she may announce the 2028 presidential run tomorrow. They have announced something big. They announced something really big. Welcome to Headquarters 6-7.
What was the big thing with 6-7? Why were young people talking about 6-7? What was the thing with that? God damn it. Why were young people talking about 6-7? It's kind of funny because it says here that it could be considered a slang term. Skrilla? 2025. So it was a phrase originates from the song Doot Doot 6-7 by Philadelphia rapper Skrilla. Released in early 2025, and audio became popular in video edits and NBA player LaMelo Ball, who is 6'7".
So Kamala HQ is turning into headquarters, and it's where you can go online to get basically the latest of what's going on, and also to meet and revisit with some of our great, courageous leaders, be they elected leaders, community leaders, civic leaders, faith leaders, young leaders. I'm really excited about it. So stay engaged, and I'll see you out there. Thank you.
Oh my God. And somebody says she's dressed like the Joker.
Oh shit.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Same pocket on the coat? Wait, yo, it's actually
It
the
is!
same one.
It has the exact same pocket.
Wait a minute,
I was looking at that pocket too whenever she was talking.
wait a minute.
It's on the
Same
left.
pocket on the coat? Wait, yo, it's the same one. Is anybody saying this? Yo, how did this really? Like, how did this happen? So, headquarters. Let's pull up the new website. Type your email. No thanks. What is this here? I know this past year has not been easy on us. And this is from Commit.
There it goes. Wait, there was protests in Texas yesterday. Really? I didn't know that. I think we're good now. Yeah, we're back. Okay, that was weird. Should be good now. Kill this. Pop this out. Yeah, we good now. The weaponization of mental health is strong in this woman. Oh my God, guys. Were there really protests at schools in Texas? Really? Did that really happen? I mean, in all fairness, I doubt that it had anything to do with students actually giving a shit about what's going on. It most likely involved a lot of the schizo teachers. He didn't know what was going on. Yeah, my fiance was driving past a school yesterday and she couldn't get past it. She had to go a different route. There were police everywhere, so I kind of wonder. I feel the same. I feel like if you guys got to leave the fucking kids alone, bro. Seriously, you got to leave the fucking kids alone. Like all these these schizo like healthcare professionals trying to chop your kid's dick off and fucking sit there and try to make them walk out of school and ruin their own education fucking helps nobody, bro. Leave the goddamn kids out of this shit. Seriously, leave the kids out of it.
This is a new one. Bill Gates apparently did make a comment. Bill Gates breaks.
And you know what's crazy is the reason why them teachers want those illegals here is because it puts asses in chairs. Asses in chairs pays for bills. Duh. More people you have, like, and it's crazy because teachers are already complaining that there's too many kids. ICE comes in, gets a bunch of kids out, and now the classrooms have dropped, which makes it more efficient. You can actually teach the students. You're not like over capacity in every classroom trying to stuff more kids in. Like, and these are all coming from schools with like 0% fucking math efficiency or 0% English language proficiency. Can't even write their own goddamn name. And you sitting there trying to make them walk out of classrooms. Bro, like, what the fuck we doing? Like, seriously, what are we doing? Sure, let's totally help out the situation.
Silence on the latest release of the Epstein files.
So stupid.
This is from
It's
today.
so stupid.
Every minute I spent with him, I regret and I apologize that I did that.
Part of that issue of trust brings me to Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know what your relationship with him was.
Yeah, I met Jeffrey in 2011. So over a period of 3 years, I had a number of dinners with him.
Yeah.
The focus was always.
So what about like the
Why should I do that? Why don't you just go and do that shit yourself? I don't care. Go do that shit yourself.
hookers?
He knew a lot of very rich people, and he was
did.
saying he could get them to give money to global health. You know, in retrospect,
You think
that
the
was
I don't know. You think the parents had something to do with that? Are you sure? I mean, like, I don't think there's a way. Maybe because they didn't like try to correct their kids or anything, but like, whenever you expect, like, here's what kind of kills me. You can only blame the parents to an extent, but whenever you have a parent that tells a child, you know, make sure you go to school and learn everything you could, be good to the teachers, and you have a teacher that's a piece of shit making you walk out of class, it's like, well, fuck. You know, like, you're trying to do everything you can as a parent, but whenever you're sending them off to a institution that's supposed to be, you know, reforming your child, instead they're making them turn into little rebellious fuckers, then it's like, what are you supposed to do as a parent? Because you have to send them there, and you don't have enough money to take them out of school and do homeschooling, nor probably the knowledge to do it. So it's like, you're in between a rock and a hard place. You seriously are.
a dead end, and I've said many
Because, like,
times-
how could you push for authority as a parent if the school systems themselves are teaching the children to rise above the authority? Like, the thing is that the country already voted. They voted on Trump and his policies with immigration. And you are showing them to go against the authority and the majority of everyone else and be rebellious. That's not what you want to instill in a future nation of, you know, adults. That's not a good thing. Like, that is the downfall of democracy as we know it.
spend time with him. I was one of many people
Yeah.
who regret ever knowing him.
Right.
You've no doubt seen the allegations, including some of them from the last 24 to 48 hours. Are they true?
No, apparently Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was never sent. The email is, false. So I don't know what his thinking was there.
Damn, so you had parents that were like, I had a teacher tell me parents took signs for the kids. That's crazy. So the parents are definitely fueling it for sure. That's sad, dude.
You know, was he
They
trying
couldn't
to-
leave the kids out of it because their shit's failing so hard. Their movement is failing so hard they had to get kids involved as meat shields. That's fucked. That's so fucked. They just can't leave the goddamn kids out of it, can they?
Attack me in some way, but
So let me get this.
I'm so
straight.
sorry. I missed this whole
Oh,
fucking
this is a
thing.
new one.
That
Bill
was a
Gates
tangent and a half,
apparently
bro.
did make a comment. Bill Gates breaks his silence on the latest release
So
of the
Bill Gates is the guy that supposedly was going to give STD medication to his wife without her knowing in the Epstein files.
Epstein files. This is from today.
every minute I spent with him, I regret and I apologize that I did that.
Part of that issue.
The files state that he was with Russian hookers. It did not say underaged. I want to make that very, very clear. I don't give a shit. If the dude's off in a foreign country fucking hookers, I don't care as long as they're legal age. Let's get these motherfuckers that were eating babies. Let's get these people. Let's get these motherfucking pedos, dude.
Epstein. I want to know what your relationship with him was.
Yeah, I met Jeffrey in 2011. So over
That's personal shit. I don't care about that. If you're one of the richest men in the world, and you can't get a Russian hooker, what's the fucking point? What's the point of having all that goddamn money, and you can't go off and have a little fun here and there? And it's obvious that he got his consequences. And the thing is like someone that rich that doesn't know how to settle down, damn sure shouldn't be married. Why are you married, bro? Just break up with her, give her half your fucking money, move on with your life. Sitting there trying to hide STDs from her, that is not helping anybody.
3 years.
And by the way, obviously that is his ex-wife now.
Number of dinners with him.
Yeah.
The focus was always.
So what about like the Russian hookers?
He knew a lot of very rich people, and he was saying he could get them to give money to Global Health. In retrospect, that was a dead end, and I've said many times, but I'll say again, I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him.
Right.
You've no doubt seen the allegations, including some of them from the last 24 to 48 hours. Are they true?
No, apparently Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was never sent.
You don't find it odd? Why would Jeffrey take the, even if Jeffrey took the time to write the email to himself, isn't it odd that the email was not only about you, but about you having an STD that you got from a Russian hooker and you trying to give your wife STD medication without her knowing? You don't find that odd? Why would somebody just write that to themselves? That, come on, guy. Really?
The email is, false. So I don't know what
false.
His thinking was there. Was he trying to attack me in some way?
Yeah, there's just some fairy tale made up thing, right? Just never happened. It's just some guy that was writing to himself. Why is this always this seems to be the theme for every one of these people. They always, it was fake, but then it's it's right there in black and white, printed out from an email snippet. What do you mean it's fake? It's in the files. Oh, that never happened. He's clearly crazy, but it's right here. Of course you want the person that's condemning you to be crazy. Why wouldn't you?
Let me get this straight. Jeffrey Epstein wrote an email to himself because he knew that after he was killed, the main thing that he wanted the public to know is that you were sleeping with Russian hookers, and he wanted to give your wife a antibiotic so she wouldn't know that you transmitted an STD that you got from Russian hookers to her. And he knew this almost 10 years before he died.
And that he tried to get medication to treat a sexually transmitted infection, and that he was going to give you the medicine without you knowing.
I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage. I wanted to leave my marriage. So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin.
Damn, look at the size of that gym, bro. Holy.
To know all of it.
Probably the same price as a fucking car, man. Jesus.
Those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things.
I guarantee you she got to be in on it to an extent. All these people that had all these wives, I guarantee you they in on it to an extent. A lot of them aren't going to talk because they're scared of being killed. Guarantee you. Guarantee you.
Not me.
And he did this to frame you specifically, to embarrass you for... Just listen, man. Really, just come out and say it.
But, it just reminds me...
Yeah.
Every minute I spent with him, I regret and I, apologize that I did that.
The problem is some of the things that he has sent and some of the information about other people that has come up in those files has been true. Why would he?
The problem is that the other stuff was true. Why is the stuff about you not true? What a great question.
Do this and say this about you, do you think?
Yeah. Why would he do this?
You know, it's factually true that I was only at dinners. You know, I never went to the island. I never met any women.
He never went to the island. He never met any women. Well, if you didn't meet any women, why is there a photo of you next to a woman?
I love how everyone in the world has been to the island, yet nobody's been to the island. Why is this such a big constant with this shit? Oh, you know, I've never been to the island. You've got flight logs of multiple trips. I never wanted to go to the island, but then it's like, which is the best party at the island? And it's like, what the fuck? Like, how, dude? How are there so many people that are willing to twist this around? I don't get it. Like, wouldn't you want to come, like, and this is what makes me think they're all guilty, that they've done something, is, wouldn't you want more information to come out and more unredacted information to come out if you've really done nothing in the files? If you've really truly done nothing in the files, why wouldn't you advocate for more unredacted information? Or the already released information to be unredacted? Because, like, you've got all these rich people that are vaguely mentioned in there with all redacted information, yet nobody wants to fully step forward and say release the full files, which tells me that to a massive degree, a lot of these people are in the files, and a lot of the information that condemns them is either redacted or not released yet. That's what it tells me. Who knows how many of these pages they've burned and we'll never see? You know, like burned, deleted, yeeted, you know, whatever.
With her face blacked out. I mean, that seems very odd.
And so, you know, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior.
Man, another Microsoft pro... Oh, God. How about that? Cooked? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, my God. No, guys.
Oh my God, dude. All right, we got some more about the Iran situation. Hopefully we don't have to kidnap their president or whatever the fuck they want to call him.
To a Fox News alert now. You're taking a live look at Oman, where nuclear talks between the United States and Iran began overnight. But President Trump is not budging, still demanding zero nuclear capability from the Iranian regime.
Doug Lazader joins us now from Washington with the very latest. Hi, Doug.
Carly and Todd, good morning. A new round of high-stakes talks today in Oman, but there's already disagreement over the scope of these negotiations. Now, here's what Iran's foreign minister is saying in a post on X late last night. Iran enters diplomacy with open eyes and a steady memory of the past year. We engage in good faith and stand firm on our rights.
I could only imagine what Iran would do with nuclear weapons. Why on earth would you want he calls himself the supreme dictator, a supreme ruler of Iran. Why would you want somebody who actively mows down his own citizens whenever they protest against him for taking all of their money and leaving them in slums and giving it to terrorists all over the world? Why the fuck do you think anybody would want Iran to have nukes? That's a terrible idea.
Commitments need to be honored.
And if Trump budges, he's a fucking limp dick, Viagra-eating pussy.
Standing, mutual respect.
Hey, no, there's no reason this regime should have nuclear weapons. It is the whole reason why we are sitting here playing Ring Around the Rosie with fucking Vladimir Putin with the Ukraine and Russia war. It's because the dude's got nukes.
They are a must, and the pillars
we'd be fucking having him sit next to a cell with Maduro if it wasn't for them damn nuclear weapons.
Agreement. Now, Iran sees these talks as limited to the country's nuclear program that was already hit during last year's U.S. military strikes known as Midnight Hammer. The U.S., though, led by Mideast envoy Steve Witkoff, is pressing for more, going after Iran's missile program and its extensive network of proxy groups throughout the Middle East. And just yesterday, Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps seized 2 oil tankers in the Persian Gulf. And while the U.S. carrier Abraham Lincoln is nearby, this comes as the U.S. military is poised
Man, the size of those airplanes on that aircraft carrier, dude. Holy shit. This is a sight to behold, let me tell you.
possible attack.
Diplomacy moving forward. The president has obviously been quite clear in his demands of the Iranian regime. Zero nuclear capability is something he's been very explicit about, and he wants to see if a deal can be struck. And while these negotiations are taking place, I would remind the Iranian regime that the president has many options at his disposal, aside from diplomacy, as the commander-in-chief of the most powerful military in the history of the world.
Iran's government was already weakened, even after cracking down on the widespread protests there. And with so much U.S. firepower now amassed nearby, some see this as a unique opportunity to topple the Iranian government. The question now is whether this will be the start of real diplomatic progress or perhaps a prelude to something else. Todd and Carly.
That is the question. Doug Lazater live for us in Washington. Doug, thank you.
Thank you.
Let's bring in former President George W. Bush appointed U.S. Commission member for the Preservation of America's Heritage Abroad and foreign analyst Harvey Lipman. Harvey, thank you so much for joining us. So to answer that question, what do you think our expectations should be during this round of talks?
One would hope that it's to see this guy step out of power, but I don't think we're going to see that because he can't even budge on the nuclear systems thing. What I feel like is really going to happen is he's probably going to make a deal because let's be honest, the regime right now is weak. It's weak because most of his people have risen up against him and he's had to instill fear in them after they've killed a lot of people. And there's still a lot going on in the country itself. It's pretty much war-torn by its own, occupants, I guess, is what I'll call them. Its own people. And the strikes that America did on its nuclear weapons bases last year, the country's in shambles. Let's be honest here. So I'm thinking that maybe Iran's going to come up with a deal after all this negative Nancy talking. And then they're going to lie and then end up doing it anyway. And then the same thing's going to happen again. And round the cycle goes until this guy gets out of power.
I think we have to recognize that the Iranians' intent,
but I'm sure the U.S. government already knows this,
is to manipulate the United States. They'll act tough in the negotiations, but in the end, they have no intention of honoring it. They never did. This is a regime.
Holy shit, bro. What?
That uses negotiations simply as a tactic to delay so they could continue.
Vindication is such a sweet and beautiful thing. Pump it into my veins.
Continue on their goal.
And this is supposedly the expert. I want to get paid as much as him to talk. Please.
They tell us all the time is to destroy America. There's only one nation in the world that says on a daily basis for the last 40 years, destroy America.
Yeah.
We have to pay attention to what our
You know why? Because they're terrified of America. A lot of these dictatorships are terrified of America because they see what it's like in America, which kind of makes me wonder if the whole reason why we have what's going on here now, these people screaming fascism and stuff, I kind of wonder if it's not a way for these dictators to make it seem like America isn't as good a place as what it once was, if that makes any sense. Like, what better way to maintain dictatorship over a country if you have the internet than to make the one country in the world where everything seems free look like a lawless haven for criminals and fascist people, fascism. Like, isn't that an interesting idea?
Because when they say they're going to do things like that, history has shown that they often carry it out.
Yeah, well, President Trump's goal is for a denuclearized Iran. If these discussions fail, what happens next?
Then we kidnap the president. Duh.
Well, again, let's say President Trump achieves that goal. President Trump is doing a great job in trying to strengthen America and our friends in the region.
It'll be just like Venezuela. It's going to be like, yo, hit them lights for me. And the country's going to be like, yo, I got you. And then you're going to hear, like, people screaming and dying off in the distance because of these crazy weapons we got. and then people are going to be bleeding out of their nose and out of their mouth, and then the lights are going to be turned back on, and you're going to hear from the security of the guy that watched this dude say it was like the scariest thing that we've ever dealt with. There were only 10 of them, and they killed hundreds of us. The technology they have is something from out of space. And then it's going to be like the press conference afterwards is going to be like, yeah, we were able to do this instead of 3 hours, 2.5 hours, which is our new best. So every time we do this, we're going to do it faster and faster because we're America and we do everything the best way that it can be done. And then we improve upon it because that's what we do.
The problems in Iran. But the problem is that even if President Trump...
You know what would be more terrifying than stealing the president of a country? If you make that bitch just disappear. Just make him disappear. Don't even say what happened to him. Don't even say you killed him. Don't even put him in jail. Just make that ass disappear. That would shake a country to its knees. What the fuck happened to him? Where'd he go? No one knows.
Gets an agreement. How do you enforce it? Even when you get inspections, anytime, anywhere. Iran is a big country. They hid their nuclear development program during the Obama administration when they came up with a failed nuclear deal. And I worry that the same thing will happen again. They don't view negotiations the way we view in the West. When we have a negotiation, we believe when we sign an agreement, we honor our side and you honor your side. Yeah. They don't think of it that way at all. So we have to be mindful of how things operate in that part of the world.
Harley, the Wall Street Journal is reporting a second wave of popular anger is building in Iran.
Well, that seems to be the theme, right? Is that for a time there were people that, or not people, dictators that were promising one thing, but then the spies that we have over there are saying something else. And, you know, that worked for about 10, 15 years, and now America's becoming a little bit more slowly, for fuck's sake, as slow as it possibly can with these boomers running everything. It's like watching a turtle try to cross the fucking street, man. Slowly but surely, they're catching up with everything and coming wise to it.
They go on to say mourning families are shouting anti-regime slogans at funerals and memorials. Students are refusing to sing patriotic songs at school. Medical workers are publicly condemning the arrest of colleagues who treated people injured in the protests, and groups of local activists are openly calling for the fall of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. I guess one of the military goals could be
Supreme Leader. Wow. You know, it's almost like they want to say the word has something to do with it, huh?
To give enough military effort to this to activate these protests even more so they could finish the job themselves. How do we go about doing that?
That's crazy. So you got this guy in a foreign country. You got this guy taking the people's money to the point where they can't afford anything, including like basic necessities like food and water, giving it to terrorist regimes. They're trying to make nuclear weapons that obviously failed and are going to continue to fail because America's not going to step down from that. You have him also, whenever the people are tired of it because they can't afford anything, rising up and fighting their government and getting mowed down by the military that this fucker owns. And then on top of that, they cut the internet and then they send out to a CNN reporter a guy that a bunch of people, some people that are either part of the regime are too fucking terrified to talk because they're going to get killed. You've got them paying for the loved ones of the people they killed to come and collect the body bags and pay for the bullet that killed them. And now you've got the healthcare workers that tried to save people's lives during the uprising getting arrested and probably privately executed in the prison systems. All the people they caught from the individual protests have already been executed behind closed doors. They went from public executions because of Trump's threat to private executions. So these people are all dead. They're all fucking dead.
Well, that would be a great outcome because 90% of the Iranians...
This guy needs to go.
...hate this regime. They live in poverty. They go home at night, they turn on the faucet, there's no water, there's no electricity. The people are in miserable circumstances while the regime lives as billionaires and uses money in a way that's corrupt and doesn't serve the people. So the people want a different government. The only way that could happen is from the United States. And I think this speaks to the best.
I think he's right. I do. They're not allowed to have guns down there. And the thing is like, from all the videos that I saw on Twitter of them riding around in vans and like ATVs with ARs just mowing down crowds of people, bro, nah, you ain't gonna fight that. There's no way.
We are there to liberate. That's what we did in World War II. And that's what we should do here. They're counting on the American people. They're counting on President Trump. It would be tragic if President Trump didn't do this, because there's a risk he could go down in history as someone who betrayed the Iranian people from their
And yet we got these morons in Minneapolis trying to protest what they think is fascism, what fascism looks like.
Because President Trump did say help is on the way. But I think the president knows different things that he could do. One of them is attack the IRG command and control centers. I'm sure we have lists and they know how to do that. Perhaps they could take them off the banking system, take them off SWIFT, let the economy collapse. If the security forces can't get paid because there's no money, they're not going to go out in the streets and shoot these demonstrators. And let's keep in mind, this is one of the biggest massacres in the Arab world in recent history. These people slaughtered, the Iranian government slaughtered their own people, over 30,000 people.
Yeah.
Even when they were in the hospital recovering from gunshot wounds, Iranian security forces entered the hospital and killed all the protesters who they shot and wounded there.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
Right, and it looks like those actions could be leading to potential second wave of protests. So the U.S. is in negotiations right now, and we have a huge military presence nearby. The definition of the carrot and the stick approach. Former U.S. Commission member Harley Lipman, we thank you for joining us.
I'm Steve Doocy. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
That's crazy, bro. Let me see if there's anything else from... Oh, shit. Hold on.
Overnight, the U.S. and Iran.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Hold on. It might have just kicked off.
Begin indirect nuclear talks in Oman as the U.S. Embassy is urging.
God damn, look at that, bro. And this is just what you see above the ground, bro. If you think that these ships aren't protected by subs, you're crazy. There's probably an mass amount of subs under this.
Americans in Iran just get out. It comes as the White House issues.
Yeah, the U.S. has said to the embassy to any Americans to get out.
Warning.
It might be happening.
Assets are now in the Middle East.
While these negotiations are taking place, I would remind the Iranian regime that the president has many options at his disposal, aside from diplomacy, as the commander-in-chief of the most powerful military in the history of the world.
Do they need to be reminded? Joining us right now is retired General, four-star General Jack Keane, Fox News' senior strategic analyst and chairman of the Institute of Study of War. General, these talks start. I always say to myself, why are we even having them?
That's what I'm wondering. Why the hell are we trying to why are we trying to sit here and make deals with terrorists, man? Fuck this shit.
Well, I agree, Brian. I think the idea of making a deal with Iran when they're at
maybe the plan is, his nose is too big to leave that mouse there. Maybe the plan is to make it seem like we're trying to get there peacefully, and then warn the U.S. citizens at the embassy to get the fuck out, so that way we can get close enough to surround them, kind of like how it looked, right? And then we send in the talker, and then the talks go awry, and then we just, pull those guys out, and then we just bomb the shit out of them since we're already like up, like pretty much fucking the coast, right? And then it's just done. Maybe that's the goal, to make it seem like we're there for peace talks, but really we're getting in strategic placements,
Weakest point they've ever
we have to move this guy over here so that way, he can get onto the island or the country or the continent or whatever the fuck you want to call
in
it.
45-plus year history, politically, economically, and militarily. And this was all done by the combination of the strike that the Israelis and the United States made on Iran, certainly, and also you can see how frustrated the people are and the act of desperation that the Iranians demonstrated by mowing down these people by the thousands to preserve this regime.
They've said that so far they can confirm an upwards of 12,000 Iranian deaths.
Is extraordinary in and of itself. That was of historic proportions. Yes, I think negotiating with the Iran and making the deal throws them a lifeline and extends the regime. They're going to want sanction relief, certainly condition-based. And what are we doing? We're going to have this regime around for another 10 years? The historic opportunity in front of us is we can take this regime down by a combined attack of Israel and the United States, comprehensive, done, much bigger than what took place during the 12-day war, and put this regime on the pathway to collapse and destruction. I mean, that is absolutely physically possible. And that opportunity is there. No president, 7 before President Trump, have had this opportunity. And the reason why this opportunity is there, because he and Prime Minister Netanyahu created the opportunity. Because Iran is so fundamentally weak, and we can't pass it up.
Yeah, like that. That's what I was saying with the other videos. Iran is so weak right now. Like, if ever a time to do a regime change, now is the time.
But also, Brian, the strategic implications of getting Iran off the board in the Middle East and putting the Middle East on a pathway to enduring peace would actually define President Trump's legacy as a president and foreign policy.
Yes, it
would.
would.
It'd be extraordinary to do something like that. And that opportunity is right here.
General, the president said, you protest in the streets, we got your back. I understand we got to get our assets in place. From the best you can ascertain with the institution.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like that was kind of a lie that he should have backed. Whenever they started killing those protesters, like, he should have backed that. We should have already been there, bro. Like, I'm sorry, dude. That was a major failure. That was a failure of unprecedented epic proportions. Now that all those protesters have been killed, like, that's rough, man.
That you have. Is there a plan out there that you think that could take down the IRGC and the Ayatollah and not result in chaos on the streets?
There is no doubt in my mind that there's an absolute plan that we can execute to take down the civilian and military leadership of Iran, the entire IRGC infrastructure that sustains them, their defense industrial base that helps sustain them, the leaders of the militias and the infrastructure that's out there repressing the people, take down dramatically their entire rocket and ballistic missile program and do it comprehensively that would deny them to have holistic retaliation attacks on the United States bases or on Israel. And certainly whatever attempt they're making at recovering the nuclear program, we can deal with all of that. Yes, the intelligence...
I agree with you. I feel like they should bomb that motherfucker so hard that it turns the sand to glass. I do. But the thing is there's too many Iranian civilians there. I feel like they're going to do the same thing they did the first time they went there with a little bit of Venezuelan touch to it. That's what I think. I think that they're going to probably be doing a lot of tactical strikes to try and take out the regime members.
Israel has on Iran is exquisite. And we can put kinetic means in place to absolutely force the collapse of this regime. That's the pathway forward. And then what is ever left, whatever the remnants are, in terms of what has happened in Venezuela, may be an example. It's not a clear analogous example. Then you have an opportunity to deal with them and negotiate with them when you have unbelievable leverage to get the outcome you desire
Dude,
as
I
a
don't like
result
people
of
that talk
a comprehensive Israeli and United States attack.
America's the best country in the world, bro.
I believe that's
Why are you
the
hating on America so much? And if you're an American and you hate being in America so bad, then go live in Iran. Go live in a place where you can see what real fascism looks like.
Leon.
General, they've been a problem killing Americans since 1979.
America's the best place in the world. We have the most advanced military in the world. We're the richest country in the world. Like, you can get your ding dong chopped off if you want to. Like, you can own firearms. You can stand your ground. Why would you hate America unless you're a commie, dude? You got to be a fucked up, mentally retarded commie to hate America.
And it's just gotten worse from there. We've tried talking. It's not worked. We tried containing. It has not worked. This seems to be the only option, and I hope the president realizes that, because he did promise the people in the streets that we did have their back, and 30,000, it looks like, were slaughtered. General Jack Keane, thanks so much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian.
Yo, W video, by the way. Hopefully we can see an end to the regime soon. I don't think this is going to end without the Iranian regime falling. I just don't. This guy seems pretty hell-bent on trying to get nukes in his country, and I think it's going to fail. I do. I think it's going to be over for him if that's the case. Count. Okay, I think that we have... Did we already see this? No, this is the full thing. This is also Epstein. This is going to go here. Move that over. Yeah, okay. So, if you don't know, Trump has declared Antifa a terrorist organization. So if you say that you're part of Antifa or anything like that, there's a good chance that you're going to have the FBI knocking at your door. I don't remember. I think it was mid to late last year whenever he declared Antifa a terrorist organization. But either way, like, it's not like you can't just call it something else, right? But instead...
My name is Kyle, I'm Antifa, and there's so much rage in me that I've had to record this like 15 times trying to get the message out. They fucked up.
Because you can totally rely on this person that doesn't even know what gender they are to lead a revolution. Like, I don't even know what the fuck. Like, you don't even know. You're so, like, unstable mentally that you don't even know, like, are you a... But somehow you're supposed to be stable enough to... I don't even think I want to try to see their point of view.
It doesn't matter if you're not here and you're not caught up. You missed the fucking fight. But if you are, it's time to suit up. Boots on the ground. Nicollet and fucking 26th. My house is 4 blocks away. Anywhere between Franklin and Nicollet and 26th and Nicollet.
I'm sorry. This dude looks just like a skinhead, bro. I'm sorry, dude. Like, he looks like the stereo. Like, this right here, he looks like a criminal gangster. He just does.
Show up, ready to go.
Like a crack addict or a seller or something, dude. I don't even know why. Why would you want to look like this? You ain't never gonna get a job like that.
Anymore. I am talking specifically to my fucking followers. This is everything I have fucking talked about, and this is exactly what I said was gonna happen.
Is that Wendy's?
It's exactly what I said was gonna fucking come.
No, it's
when we
not.
didn't fucking go and march on fucking Whipple with guns. Sorry, but welcome to America 2020.
And this is the reason why you really shouldn't bring guns to protests.
26, where the Second Amendment is the only thing that's gonna keep you fucking protected from...
Well, they're not dumb enough to bring guns and walk around, but they are dumb enough to get the kids involved with this too.
Literal fucking Nazi gunmen that are killing innocent people in the street with impunity. This is not a fucking joke.
It sure is. Then why am I laughing at you? If it's not a joke, then why is this so funny?
There's nothing fun to chant about it. Get your fucking guns and stop these.
The best part about this is this guy absolutely got arrested, by the way. He got arrested. He's in jail.
Yeah, what do you mean it's not funny?
For obvious reasons.
It's hilarious. So we've had, Baldy crash out again. Let me pull up a couple other ones.
There he is.
There it is. Kyle Wagner has been federally charged for making threats to assault and kill ICE agents.
Look at
there
that.
he is, guys. They got him. Oh, there it is again.
It's a beautiful
photo
day.
of this arrest via law enforcement source. And I also want to say that. We'll go back. We'll watch the video too. This is the funniest thing I think about this, is that this guy's talking a big game. He's the big guy. He's an American. He's like George Washington fighting against the British tyranny. But whenever they show up to his house, is he firing a gun at the federal officers? Is he exercising his Second Amendment against the tyrannical government? No, he's
right. Got him, boys. That's what happens when you threaten people, man. What happens when you get online and you make threats towards people and you talk people into trying bringing guns out and do stupid shit like this? It's not in your First Amendment, dude. To threaten people, it's not. You can protest peacefully, you can assemble peacefully, but you don't hit the right to just threaten people with death. That's not how the amendment works.
He's got his hands behind his back and he's walking down those stairs like a good boy.
That's right.
And you know why? It's because people like him.
And that's how it is with all these protesters too. The minute the local police started getting involved, all this nonsense stopped. Now they got to march the kids out.
Don't actually believe the shit they're saying. They only say it so they can goad somebody else into dying for their cause.
That's right.
There it is. He's very compliant. That's right. And so when push comes to shove and you have the chance to actually push back against the federal government that are putting you in jail, you put your hands behind your back and you say yes, sir, and no, sir, and you do exactly what you're told.
That's right.
Because you never believed it in the first place.
That's right.
It was all a LARP, and thank God for that. Because if it wasn't a LARP, you'd be dead. And that's why you're LARPing.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. His cause is anarchy? Well, his cause is anarchy until the federal government shows up, and then he does exactly what they do.
Well, that's the funny thing is this guy was like, yeah, we need to get guns in hands and then march on the street, and you realize that if you do that, there's a good chance you're going to die for that cause, right? There's a good chance you're going to get shot and killed by police. Obviously, what he was saying is bullshit because he wasn't willing to get shot and killed and die for his cause. That's how you know that these people are fucking LARPing. They're full of shit. They don't believe anything they're saying. They're just saying it.
It also helped the Fed that he leaked his address. Yeah, that would have taken them an extra 30 seconds. So this is the connection. We were told this was in connection to this video where agitators showed up to curse at federal agents as they made this arrest. Is this him?
Damn, bro, they brought the whole damn brigade, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that him up there? There's probably more behind him. 8, 9.
Let me see him.
10, 11. God damn.
Where is he? Where is he? Look how few of them there are now.
There's like nobody, dude. Compared to how it was before, you notice how they're all standing back now, too? You see that? You see how they're not all crowding up and trying to throw shit at them now? Interesting.
Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is that? What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Yeah, bro, like, this is it. This is where we're at, guys, right now. 8 people. Yep.
Jesus, man, there's a conga line of them. Yo.
The fat squad. Yep. That's the 2%. Absolutely. It's always white people. It is. Oh, look, bro. Like, look at her face. He's trying to protect her. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Man. You know what I think is really funny? Is that if this was really a fascist government, they wouldn't be doing this.
They'd be dead. They'd be dead. They'd all be dead. If this was if this was a fascist government, they would all be dead. If you did this in China, if you did this in Korea, if you did this in Russia, if you did this anywhere else, you would be dead. They would kill you. And they wouldn't think twice about it either. You'd be dead.
They can only do this in a government that is... Like, do you think they could do this over in fucking China? Do you think they could go and do this over in Saudi Arabia? They think you could do this over in Russia? No.
If you did this in Saudi Arabia, they would incarcerate you, they would kill you, and send what was left of your remains to your family members. They would.
I got a feeling they're not. They'd just kill them. Yeah, in Iran, they'd be in a body bag.
Yep. I mean, look at how many body bags are piled up in Iran. Hundreds line the streets, thousands even.
Yep. They do it once. OSINT? I'll go to that in a minute.
Like, we talking like public executions. Now, the only reason why Iran didn't even do public executions is because America stepped in.
Man, look at him. Ho's mad. Look at him. Look at him go, bro. Oh, God. Yeah, that's about right. You got scuffed Sam Hyde and all the other fatties behind him. Isn't that sad? Yep. Bunch of fat Karens, I know. LARPing nerds, all white, 100%. Get out of here. Get out of here. You can't be here. Oh, no. You can't do that. Man, the candy man if he ate too much candy. That's true. Man. You're out there too. Uh-huh. Yep. Jesus. Jesus. Oh my God, they're mad as hell. And you know what? Nothing's gonna change. They're gonna cry and bitch about it and get mad all they want. But it's Olympus 9? Yeah, the Olympus 9 players. Why are they spamming fuck you memes? And because they're dumb. You notice the yelling and not blocking the car anymore, though?
I know, right? Isn't it a glorious thing? You see that? You see how they all stopped on the sidewalk or near it? You see that? That's how it's supposed to be. They can yell all they want. They're technically peacefully protesting. I don't care. They can do this all they want. Scream, yell, curse. They're not throwing stuff at federal agents. They're not blocking traffic. They're on the sidewalk. They're not impeding in the investigation. They can do this all they want. I don't care. Make as much noise as you want. Make sure that you follow the laws and regulations around the area for noise. And you know, you can be out there all you want. After a certain time, stop blowing the whistles. You know, you can be out there all day all night, all day. Stay out there until your ball sack freezes to your leg. I don't give a fuck. Just don't impede traffic. Don't break the law. It's not hard.
And because they're dumb. You notice the yelling and not blocking the car anymore, though? You're right. And that's what happens is that see how orderly they are? They're not getting in the officer's way. Mm-hmm. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, it's a huge difference from back whenever they were standing in front of the investigators from getting into their car, isn't it? That lady pushing on that federal investigator and keeping him from being able to sit in the driver's seat of the car. It's a huge difference.
Wrong at all.
Just because the local police got involved.
And what do you think the odds
Massive
of that are?
difference.
Wow, what a big coincidence. And so, here's the 4K footage on the raid on his home. Are they going to show him?
It's not needed.
Where is he? Where is Ellis? They didn't even bring him out. Yeah, they didn't even bring his ass out. That's too bad. So they rounded up old Baldy, right? They got old Baldy rounded up. And here it is again. Justice Department ICE has arrested the self-identified anti-ICE terrorist in Minneapolis today. Conspire and threaten to assault and kill officers, and you'll find yourself in federal custody facing the full force of justice.
Damn straight.
I really mean this when I say it. Nothing would galvanize voters more than to see this guy sent to Guantanamo Bay. Like, I dream of the day that we send these...
Why the hell did we close Guantanamo Bay? I never understood that. Like, we used to put terrorists over there to keep them off of American soil. Why the hell did we close Guantanamo Bay? I never understood that.
Terrorist retards to Guantanamo Bay.
Because, like, I feel like if we had... Because that's the reason why they're sending over some of those people to that one prison that's like the supermax of the world, right? I feel like if Guantanamo Bay was open, then they wouldn't be over there. They'd be in Guantanamo. You know, like...
Back up. Open it back up.
They used to send terrorists to Guantanamo.
The retards there. That's how I see it. That's what we need to do. And send them to El Salvador? Maybe you're right. That'd be a good idea for 20 years. You got to put these people in jail for like 10...
Is it El Salvador?
15,
Maybe it is the El Salvador prison.
20 years. And it doesn't matter until everyone is doing this shit is in prison.
I mean, like, if a president of a country or the ruler of a country establishes that a specific group is a terrorist group, why the fuck would you identify yourself as that group, go on social media and say, let's get guns and go outside and walk around? That's no different than if you said that you were part of the Taliban and you're in America and you want to go outside and hurt people. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? The least you could do is come up with a new name for it.
Yep, that's right. You got to go all the way with these people. But I bet that after people see this happen, and, is this him talking?
Big surprise, a guy that's advocating for anarchy has resistance tattooed on his body. Oh, who would have thought?
See this happen, and, is this him talking? Stop these fucking people. Sun's out.
This guy reminds me of somebody that just never grew up. The only people that I know that are tattooing resistance on their body like this are people that just don't know what real life is. Like, you're a child, bro. Come on.
You got to go all the way with these people. But I bet that after people see this happen, and, is this him talking? Stop these fucking people. Sun's out, guns out. Shut the fuck up and fight back. I'm worried. You're giving them a reason to shoot on sight. Oh, man. So true. How can we help? And so anyway, he did all of this. Keep this in mind. He crashed out over 600 likes. He fucked his whole life up over 600 likes. I love to see this. The smart ones stay silent. Yeah, bro, like, that's it. The culling of the herd, that's what you do. Is that he branded himself in the upper chest with a symbol of international terrorist movement, Antifa. Yep, abso-fucking-lutely. And I want to see, I think that...
He branded himself with the Antifa logo? Oh, man, that is next level cooking right there.
It's like ISIS for pussies. Yeah. No, I'm really happy to see this happen to somebody like this. I really am. And hopefully they go in and they continue.
I want more of these people that are like, oh, let's go out in a blaze of glory, get arrested. Because it shows that they're not willing to go out in a blaze of glory. They just want to gas up a group of people so that way they go out in a blaze of glory and you end up, in jail. That's what this is really all about. That's what this has been about since the beginning.
To arrest even more of these people. Bring shame to the bald. Yeah. He's not even in jail for anything cool. Well, that's the reason why you put him in jail. And overall, I think that really, I mean, they have to go a little bit harder on these people. Because if you don't go hard on them, they think they're going to be able to go back and do it again. Oh, this is a good one.
Let me ask you a quick question. We're trying to get back undocumented people who were deported by ICE. Do you support that?
Of course I do.
Can we get your signature real quick? We're part of the Bring Them Back campaign.
Can you imagine her selling mushrooms in a swamp?
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
Easily I could. Without even a second of hesitation, I could. She's in the wrong place. Should have never let these people in there. Yeah. That's it. I'd buy them. Yeah, she probably makes some good mushrooms.
Specifically, Darwin.
Unfortunately, she votes like she's on them.
Vasquez Ramos, who was deported in Maryland this week. And I do have to tell you, he was convicted of third-degree sex offense, but we think he just...
I love this.
Look at her face.
I love
deserves
this.
a second chance.
Okay.
Can we get, just get your signature and... What do you think about what's going on with ICE right now?
Well, it upsets me very much. We don't look like our country anymore.
We don't look like our country.
Yeah.
If you support bringing him back to the U.S., he needs a place to stay. Could he come and stay with you?
No, I don't have any place for him to stay.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
You don't?
But you have my signature.
Okay, thank you.
These people love signing a blank check for somebody else to deal with the problems that make them feel good about themselves.
I feel like, hey, like low key, if you guys want to bring these illegals back, what we should do is get a bunch of signatures, and the people that signed it, we bring however many they can hold in their house. We bring them and we just put them in their house, right? We don't allow them to get welfare. So they like the people that own the house have to pay for everything, just like the government has to with these people, right? And then I'd imagine that you would see a huge shift in how everything works, huh? You would see a massive shift.
See, I really am not downplaying this whenever I say that I view these people to be the absolute pinnacle threat to America.
Well, they're parasites. They're literally living in America saying that they hate America. Yet the only reason why they can even say that on national or social media is because they live in America. You want to see, like, people bitch about something they know nothing about? Look at all these big-ass entertainers, these rich people that are, like, Billie Eilish is facing a lot of backlash because of the whole, like, stolen land thing, yet she's got a big-ass fucking wall, and she's on Native American land that they're threatening to take back. And it's like... the hypocrisy it's a beautiful thing. It really is. And it's just, you really want to take the people that why would you take these people serious? Why?
I do. I think
how
these
could
people
you?
are a larger threat than Russia, China, Iran, Hamas, Hezbollah, MS-13, Tren de Aragua, Colombia, any of this. These people are our core enemy within. This is the true enemy. Right here. I don't know about that. I do. Absolutely. Because the problem is that all of those other issues become solved once you take people like this out of the voting population. Because people like her would vote to bring all of those other people that are going to ruin the country into the country. So if you don't have those people voting to let them in, all of the other problems won't exist either. You've got to find a way. What should we do about it? I think that we need to have a voting test. We do. We need to have a voting test, and there needs to be other ways that we do to disenfranchise more people out of the voting process. There are too many people involved in the voting process, and it's causing emotion. Like, basically, like a trolley problem is a great example of this, right? So if you're giving contradictory answers or like different values, slippery slope, I know it is. That's the goal. Like, I think that it's better to have less people voting than more people voting.
It is. It's suicidal empathy.
Hardcore to vote?
That's
yeah,
exactly
definitely.
what it is.
People have to pay to vote? Maybe you're right. Go back to the original voters. IQ test? I'd like the sound of that. And you think China infiltrated the Democratic Party? No. Emotions did. And you even have people like this. Look at this.
But you guys always want to push it. You privileged white boys always just want to push it to the end. No, knock it off, Trayton. Knock it off.
Oh yeah, that's a white boy name for sure. Trayton.
I don't think I've ever heard that name before in my entire life.
Knock it off.
Honestly, if his name is Trayton, I might have to agree with the teacher. Bro, Trayton? Are you kidding me?
But you guys always want to push it. You privileged white boys always just want to push it to the end.
That's crazy to me that a teacher is saying that to a student in a classroom. That right there, that is crazy. That is insanity. This kind of shit at most schools would get your ass fired. Privileged white boy.
No, knock it off, Trayton. Knock it
How
off.
the hell are we how are these teachers paid so little money that they are willing to just accept anybody that can breathe at this point to teach these students? This is the future of our nation getting taught by a bunch of schizos running around calling their students privileged white boys. Even if you thought that, you would never say that. What the fuck happened?
How can this
the
be
fuck
racist?
happened to the country, man?
Yeah, I wonder why.
But how do we go from physically abusing kids to verbally abusing them? This shit's crazy to me.
No, it's people let this happen. They do. They let this happen. And again, until people have some degree of self-respect, it's going to keep getting worse. It will. It's going to keep getting worse until people develop a degree of self-respect. And hopefully it'll happen, but nowadays I become less and less likely. So this girl, y'all remember this? This is that scuffed TikTok mom.
Oh, that's right. This is the one that was dressing up, trying to get out there and okay. She get arrested?
Remember her? Here we are at my official dating profile request. She's like 40-something.
Oh,
or
that's
whatever.
right.
And she's making videos about going out there and being the resistance and everything like that.
Please
Yes,
tell me she got
this
arrested.
is a full-grown, absolute elite Karen here. And you can see it. And you've got her, Elizabeth Rose, arrested for assault ramming of a vehicle.
She should be lucky she's alive and they didn't kill her. She was using her vehicle to ram another vehicle. You should be thankful you're alive.
Man. That's just too bad, huh?
There it is.
That is too bad.
This is the one where she made the TikTok. She was dressing up in like the overalls and shit.
Man, I love to see this. That's right. Cat Lady Karen, she is. And good riddance, absolutely. Timu Sarah
yeah,
Connor.
fuck yeah. Damn, you shouldn't have done it. Rip Bozo. Another one for the cage, boys.
That is a good one. I like that one a lot. And so, yeah.
And now that people are getting arrested, this is the reason why they're marching all these kids out of the schools now. That's the reason why. Right there. It's because they're losing miserably, and now they're trying to use these kids as, like, bodies to throw. They're using them as cannon fodder, if I'm being completely honest. They're bodies to just throw into these crowds so that way they can have something else to bitch about when the riot police have to break that shit up.
There it is. Jobs ever do background checks? Is she ever fucked? Yeah, she's probably going to be fucked now because she has now she has a charge in her name. Absolutely. And so this is it. The chairman resigned. I don't know about that. I haven't seen that at all. Closer to 60 than 40. I mean, by the end of this whole thing, it will be. More arrests, too. They got even more of this. Ramming again, assault. And you can see they're finally arresting these people. And uh-oh.
Today is Monday, February 2nd, 2026, and I'm coming at you with some news that I really did not want to have to come to you with, which is I just received a call from a lawyer telling me that the federal government is going to charge me.
Oh, big surprise. If you go out there and act like a fucking anarchist and you do stupid shit, you get charged. See, this is what I was saying. As soon as the Minneapolis police step in and they get everything under control, people are going to start getting charged. Duh. That's what was going to happen. It's the federal government. All they're going to do is they have a team that is literally set aside that is going to review every single TikTok and piece of information that involves all these protests, and they're going to start sending out warrants. That's what's going to happen. I said this from day one. This is only going to last as long as the local police don't step in, and then whenever they do step in, then the federal police are going to start dishing out justice, because that's what they do. Duh. Like, these people are all breaking federal laws when you throw stuff at ICE agents and you harass them and step in the way. Like, you're impeding in a federal investigation. Like, this was never gonna go down in your favor.
And my options were to A, turn myself in tomorrow morning, which will be the 3rd of February, or wait for
I think I know what happens. I think I knew what happened. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that.
Them to serve a warrant and knock down my door.
Yep.
So tomorrow I'm being charged with 18-USC-111.
Yeah.
I don't know much information other than that.
Mhm.
I have to turn myself in the morning.
Yes.
Clearly I've been crying.
Music to my ears. I love this.
Beautiful thing.
Here's what I will say. I am so incredibly grateful for community and who have reached out.
Beautiful, isn't it? I wish she had recorded herself crying.
That would have been yeah, it should have been like a nice, could have been like an old-fashioned YouTube apology. You know, you gotta like, hold on, I got this, y'all. Hold on. This, hold on, I'll do it for. Guys, I hit a federal agent's car. I hit a car, and they said I'm arrested. I proceeded to resist arrest, and they still arrested me. So now I'm being charged. And then she's in jail now because that's what happens when you. That's what happens when you impede in a federal investigation.
And advocacy and help me scrub the internet.
Oh, you're gonna scrub the internet.
You can't do that. That's illegal. That's spoliation of evidence.
Great idea. You know what they call that? Scrubbing the internet? They call that spoliation of evidence.
Hey, look at that.
This stupid Karen doesn't even know the law. Like, you stupid bitch. You're gonna go out and you're gonna say these people feel like there's no rules. They're deleting evidence. Oh my God. And she's out there admitting it, saying it ahead of time. Oh, wow.
I will tell you that there's going to be a different page that is active. I'm going to have to take this.
These are these so-called leaders of all of this too. Like, they can't even make sure they don't fuck themselves over. How are they going to make sure they don't fuck you over in the process? Like, even if all of this shit's real, right? Let's say in a magical fairy tale land far, far away in Retard Villa, that somehow everything these people are saying is real. Wouldn't you want leaders that aren't as crazy sounding and aren't actively working against their own best interest to work for your best interest? Like, why would you want these people advocating for any of this? They're just making everything look bad. They're just bad, bro.
I bet you will.
But you can find out more information at Notoriously Lizzie.
Yes.
There is a link in my bio to get you connected to that.
Yeah.
I have a friend that's going to be running that and updating it with information in case they do not let me out tomorrow. There's also a GoFundMe on there.
I was waiting for it. I was like, I'm kind of surprised she doesn't have a GoFundMe. No, I'm disappointed now. I'm sad. Of course.
The moment that somebody like this actually...
You know, a part of me kind of wonders if these people aren't doing this to get... Because, like, you know that once they get out, in like 5 or 6 years, you can do a lot with the amount of money that a lot of these people are getting. Some of them raise like over $200,000. So it's no surprise that they would go out there and get locked up for 5 years and have that nice big fat payout whenever they get out, you know? It's no surprise at all. Now, it'd probably see some more of these people disappear if you debank them to try and figure out if they got any funding from any kind of foreign, you know, people or anything like that, but they're not going to do that.
They get faced with consequences of their behavior. You know how she was talking about like being in the resistance and fighting back and you know, being aggressive and everything. Whenever they told her that we can either come and bust down your door or you can show up at the police station, take your pick, you know what she does?
She showed up.
She probably dresses up and she goes right down to the police station like a good little girl.
Yep.
That's right. Because that's what consequences are.
There it is.
The hammer of justice. You're goddamn right.
for my friend and
The long dick of the law.
I'm the only one who has received charges. We just don't know how that's going to look moving forward. But please share. Share this.
I appreciate them sharing this. This made my day better.
This is insane. This is absolutely insane.
Oh, it's going to get a lot worse.
I mean, there are people disappearing. There are people not being returned.
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen to you,
You
right?
do realize, you see, what we need to do, what we need to do in America is, because if you deport yourself, you get $1,000 and it becomes easier for you to get back in the country. Now, what if we implemented a bounty style system? And here's the best part. We can make it to where if you're illegal and you catch other illegals and it leads to their like deportation, you can stay in America for another year. Now, depending on how many you manage to do this with, means that you can get an upwards of like citizenship even. If you deport enough illegals, you get your citizenship. Now hear me out. And then what we can do with that $1,000 that you get, that's supposed to be given to the illegals that deport themselves, if you turn in illegals and you're not an illegal, you get that $1,000. If you like, not even like doing a citizen, if you report somebody and it turns out they're illegal and it leads to their deportation, they should get that money. They should get that $1,000. Straight up. You should get paid $1,000. Just like a bounty. Let's see how many of these people don't immediately turn 180. It would be probably a night and day difference. You don't even have to do anything. All you got to do is make a phone call, give your name, number, and everything like that so they can get in contact with you so they can fill that money in your account. Straight up.
This feels very retaliatory.
It is.
So continue.
It's retaliating on you for committing a crime.
That's right.
That's
Big
how it
surprise.
To share what is happening. Sorry, I don't have a lot of, but I'm kind of.
Yeah, see? Yeah, you get deflated real quick whenever you feel like you're getting charged for a federal crime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that went down real fast. Yeah, bro, like that was. Yeah, wow. Wow, isn't it crazy? Like, look at the vibe shift.
Kind of in shock crisis mode right now.
You're in crisis mode? Good.
Please follow the other page. Again, that's Notoriously Lizzie.
She's genuinely shocked consequences happen.
Be
I know.
Any questions or DMs, but there's also the GoFundMe, and thank you for being here with me.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome.
May the odds be ever in our favor.
They won't be. Oh, they won't be. That's it. Disappearing? What is this, Harry Potter's cloak? Well, considering that's the only book that people like that read, I think it's true. Should everyone knew she was going to be charged, I take it that she was able to surrender herself today. She sure was. And then, oh, this is her. Wait a minute. Oh, this is her doing it.
Court uses the...
What's she doing? This stupid bitch. This stupid bitch. Uh-oh. So she driving around in her Subaru. Yep. She driving around, causing a little...
Why are you trying to pull them out? What did they do?
Causing trouble with her Subaru.
They hit a vehicle? You came up and you got right behind them. They didn't hit you on purpose.
Uh-huh.
Can you please just let her go?
But I missed that. Hold on.
She's genuinely...
What do we miss here? Hold on.
What is it? True. And
her video of the incident and her detention, you can't see the ICE vehicle as she's backing up, but you can see her backing up and her car is touching the vehicle when she stops.
Wait a minute. Oh, this is her doing it. What's she doing?
Is that her? Is that her car? Oh, yeah, there it is. No, you hit him. You was trying to run. You didn't realize there was a car behind you. That's what happened. Yep.
This stupid bitch.
There it is.
Uh-oh. So she driving around in her Subaru. Yep. She driving around, causing a little...
Why are you trying to pull them out? What did they do?
Causing trouble with her Subaru.
They hit a vehicle? You came up and you got right behind them. They didn't hit you on purpose.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you park a car behind somebody that isn't you do realize that if they're not moving and she's moving, she's automatically at fault, right? That's how that works. So based on that instance, her backing into that car, that's on her. Because the car behind her wasn't moving, it was in park.
Can you please just let her go?
Man.
You guys are interrogating her. Let her go.
And now she's got charged.
Yep.
Let her go.
Oh, no.
They obviously let her go, but now she's getting charged, so she had to turn herself in.
The final boss for Karens? Is that it?
Yes, it is.
Is that like their final form?
And you know what's even better is that she had like this full getup with like this air purifying face. It was oh my god, it wasn't a rebreather. It was some kind of face mask that was like for paint, and with air filters on it. She had all that shit on, her nice overalls, and she still got. They knew exactly who she was.
Yeah.
What's the point of putting on that crazy getup if you're driving around in your own car?
By the way, I actually really think that it's important that they take these people that are on social media that are like goading people into doing this, and they have they go after these people in a very public way. And they do it to them in a Old Testament fashion. Like, charge them for as many crimes as possible. That way it sets an example for everybody else. And that way these people, in a way, right, they want to be a martyr. Well, Jesus died on the cross to show everybody else that, hey, this is the way to do things. Well, maybe they can do the same thing.
There
Not
you
dying
go.
on a cross, but sitting in jail.
Yep, there you go. Sit in jail.
That's it.
Or an asylum. Either one of these works.
Get out!
One like equals one charge. I like the sound of that.
That's an interesting one.
It's a good idea.
Leave her alone!
Palantir's been doing work. Yeah, we got to invest in Palantir, guys. This is big. I mean, if they keep this up, this is, yeah. Can we arrest the annoying people too? I wish.
We are on the corner of 41st and 21st.
Ah.
This SUV filled with ice pulled up. As she was trying to move, they hit the back of her car.
I agree. If you're an illegal immigrant on American soil, the Constitution shouldn't even apply to you. You should have like basic human rights, and that's it. Straight up. The Constitution shouldn't apply to you at all.
They're now pulling her out because they're claiming she ran into them, which she did not. Let's be very clear. Nothing wrong with her.
But,
they got her on the ground.
Oh, did they arrest her then too?
Her right now.
Damn. Well, there it is.
Unlawful. And this is
Unlawful.
Man.
It's not okay. This is happening in front of my house in Minneapolis.
Oh no.
Poor you. She reminds me of that one video we saw where the lady saw the two ducks fucking in like the water, and then she ended up in the water trying to separate them in like a public area, and people were just laughing and pointing at her. It's kind of what this feels like, seriously.
Jesus, say it again. Maybe it'll happen. It's like Beetlejuice.
Get their
right?
Yep.
Get their names.
The irony that she says it's unlawful? Well, of course. She just doxed herself.
What's your name?
Man, they got her up there in the fetal position. Oh God.
Help! Anybody!
We gotta figure out what we gonna do with these people, man. We can't let these people keep getting out and getting on the street. We gotta do something with these people, man. They got too much time on their hands to be sitting driving around in these cars, these nice cars, ruining everyone's paint jobs. We gotta figure out something to do with these people, man.
Help! Oh no! Oh no! Not consequences.
Did you get their names?
Oh no! Oh, she's short. They're taking her out there like a little hobbit. She got out the Shire. What a useless human. I agree.
Here come the whistles. I hear the whistles.
Man.
Shame on you!
I don't understand how you managed to pull That nonsense. Like, you know what that's from, that shame on you bullshit? That shit's from Game of Thrones. You motherfuckers need to get out more.
So there it is. They rounded that bitch up and they got rid of her. Man, I am so happy to see this. I am. And now she's charged for assault. And I don't know really what kind of a charge that is, but I bet it's probably pretty serious, especially whenever it's being done against a federal officer. Hopefully they put her in jail. I want to see that happen. I think we need to put people like this in jail. We do. And Karens love LARPing. Well, that's why it's important that you arrest them, to make sure they realize that it's not a joke. It's not a game.
What's really sad is these people used to just be confined to the stores, right? You would have these kind of people that are like, let me speak to your manager. And then, unfortunately, instead of it dying out, it got worse somehow. Now these people are out there advocating for a revolution. Why would you want that?
And so
Jesus
that's it.
Christ.
They're taking the hobbits. Yeah, they're taking the hobbits to ICE. They're taking the hobbits to the detention center. Oh no. Oh yeah, anti-ICE activist describes roadblocks and traffic checkpoints they set up in Minneapolis. We are literally creating a place that we know who's coming and going in and out of our neighborhoods.
Yet they don't want borders. You're advocating for no borders and you're setting them up literally around your neighborhood.
Is that right? Wow.
You're actively unlawfully stopping people, checking their vehicles. Like, and you want to bitch about what ICE is doing? Come on, guys. The hypocrisy.
That's
the
crazy.
hypocrisy.
What are the odds of this? What a great idea. Yeah, I mean, I really... Has somebody thought about this before? This is a really smart idea. Oh, here it is. Here's the video.
Are literally creating a place that we know who's coming and going in and out of our neighborhoods. In the middle of the road.
It's like you'd think that this was recorded by, like, The Onion or something, right? Like Saturday Night Live.
At 32nd and Cedar Avenue, a makeshift roadblock turned this intersection into a...
It's like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people out here?
roundabout.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. There's 10.
Drivers noticed, some honked, others asked questions, and one man brought food for the people standing
Oh
watch.
my God.
Hi, sir. Thank you so much.
Yo, I ain't even gonna lie. If I saw that there were ICE agents in my neighborhood, I'd probably load up on some like water bottles and a cooler or something, depending on if it's cold out or not. Get some water bottles and some Gatorades and like put some like little snacks in there and shit. And I'd probably just drop the whole cooler off to them and be like, yo, love what you guys are doing. You guys are putting in some hard fucking work. I know what it's like. Here you go. Enjoy. And I would just leave after that and be like, here, take it. It's y'all's. Enjoy the cooler. You guys can figure out who's going to take the cooler home with y'all. That's up to y'all. Don't care. But enjoy. Straight up. That's exactly what I would do.
What make you feel just seeing a community checkpoint in your neighborhood?
Well, you know, it felt fine. I don't have any trouble with folks helping out.
Wade Haynes has been standing at this corner twice
Yep.
a day for one reason.
Why?
To stand up against ICE activity and keep his community safe. He chose this corner. Others chose this intersection.
It's kind of inspiring. It's like, wow, okay. We've got folks out there who are kind of taking care of us, looking out for us. That's good.
But Minneapolis police stepped in, clearing the roadblock.
That's right. That's right.
And restoring flow of traffic.
Big surprise when the local police get involved and you break the law. Well,
Honestly, I'm kind of sad
Can't
about
impede the flow of traffic. It's illegal. It's illegal. For a reason.
I bet you are.
Roadblock was necessary.
We need to keep our neighbors safe, so we will be doing this again.
And you can't blame ICE for that one. Looks like it was local PD for that, huh?
How is this person free? How are they not in jail? This is what's so crazy about this, is that you have people that go out and do this, and they're never suffering any
low key, how fucking funny would that be if these people set up a checkpoint and then the ICE agents like stopped in front of just in front of them and set up their own, and they like sat there and tried to compete.
At all for this. And I think this
they end up drawing the aggro, the anti-ICE people, so that way the local police can get the barricades taken down. And it'd be like that one ICE agent that went in a circle, and while they captured a bunch of immigrants.
Continue to happen. It's going to keep getting worse until
these people are fucking bots, man.
They decide to put their foot down. And whenever they do, that is going to be a beautiful day. It will be. It is going to be a beautiful day to see this happen. And straight to the gulag. It's illegal. I know, man. I really hope that next time we have an election, we're going to have somebody that really wants to solve this problem. I do. I don't know. I mean, J.D. Vance really got a lot of respect from me for saying "for what" whenever it was apologizing to that guy's family. Like, I could not have come up with a better response from that. That was like, bro. All right, maybe that's a real one. Maybe that's a real one. Maybe that's somebody that's going to go and do and say what needs to happen. But I don't know, man. These are state problems? Well, I mean, if they're happening in general, right? I mean, why are we funding a state that's not even enforcing the law?
There you go.
Like, that's it. Why are we giving them any money? Hopefully it's not. You ready to be right again? I hope so. And hopefully it's not the general public that puts their foot down. This will lead to nothing good. Yeah, I mean, if people run them over, I mean, that's what I would do, bro. Like, what if you just let people run them over and pardon the people that run them over?
Well, they're lucky they're in Minneapolis, because if you tried to do this in Texas, you would get shot and killed. Straight up. If you stopped people and then you started throwing shit at their car when they try to drive past you, they would stop and shoot and kill you. They would kill you. They would. They'd either hit you and run you over, or they would shoot you. You could not do this in Texas. Like, it's not even, you wouldn't even like cognitively come up with something like this shit in Texas because of how many people conceal carry or carry in Texas. And not to mention the laws would absolutely back them here. So it's,
how about that?
If you think Texas is bad, Florida's worse. They've actively stated that they will fucking run you over. You're going to get run over.
Yeah, solve the problem really fucking fast. And again, like, there are a lot of creative solutions.
And I love how in Texas they couldn't even use these kind of tactics that Minneapolis is doing. They had to go straight to letting kids out into the roadways and shit to protest. And that's why.
And honestly, I mean, these people are, and you've got to keep in mind, these people are violent, aggressive, and they'll do this stuff to you. They'll do that. And in Florida, you can. Absolutely, in Florida, you can. And that's the thing, is anybody that wants to call me crazy or say that I'm wrong for this, Florida, they already agree with me. They
Rocket League Human Edition.
Like
Jesus Christ.
That's right. That's what
and you can't even say that what I'm saying is crazy. You can't even say what I'm saying is crazy. And that's the best part. Oh, it's the guy.
Here in New York, DHS telling us that
We're going to watch that. It's the same guy. Check this out. You can't even say that what I'm saying is crazy or unheard of.
If you resist lawful order,
this is Florida,
you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired, because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail.
Damn straight.
If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that
you
we
goddamn
have.
Straight.
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead.
Goddamn straight. Remember, you are acting this way because you've been allowed to act this fucking way. no other states, for the most part, will tolerate this shit.
We're not going to play.
Thank you.
This has got to stop.
If I'm being honest, I'm not a gamer. I did.
Damn straight.
We're at. And so that's the way it is. We got some ADIQ. Yeah, how do you feel about Nashville being without power for weeks? I haven't even heard about that. Honestly, this is the first time I'm hearing about it right now. So yeah, it's that simple. And Graveyard Dead, remember that? Yeah, that was a good time.
Shit! Oh shit! He fucking brought it up. Holy shit!
Car.
Yo, let's go.
I love these.
You can call whoever you want. If they interfere, they're going to jail too.
How's it going, Charlie? Damn!
Get on your belly! Get on your... Get on your belly!
Oh my god, dude! Yes! Yeah, that's what happens. It's called resisting arrest. When someone's telling you to get on the fucking ground and you're not doing it.
It's amazing. I love this.
She's still resisting. Wow. Taser again! Taser!
Wow,
oh my god!
Wild hog!
Wow. I just caught you.
Man.
You are one sick puppy.
Yeah.
I just caught you. You were smiling, you were laughing, and you were getting pleasure out of her being tased over and over and over.
Absolutely.
Because I was too. I was too.
Yes.
I wanted her to be tased again. People are unable to process their emotions.
Oh.
They never grow up.
Yes, that's right.
And so this is what you have. The pink-haired little piggy screaming on the ground, and now you're wishing
squealing like a hog.
It's not your fault, though. It's hers.
That's right.
It's her fault. Don't forget that.
One more time.
Oh my god, dude.
Get on your belly.
Again? All right, we gotta get one more again. Here we go. Keep in mind, all she had to do was follow the directions. All she had to do was do what the fuck she's supposed to do.
That's right.
That's all she ever had to do. That's all it was. And she didn't want to do that. Yep.
God, bro.
I love seeing this happen to these people. Isn't it beautiful? Damn. Man. Load her up in the truck? That's right.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God.
Bro, we're gonna get so much more of these whenever we get body cams, bro. When the Ice Ages get body cams, we're gonna have so many more of these. Oh my god.
God, bro, like oink oink. I know, man. And wow. Stupid piggy, I know, man. Unnatural hair color. Oh yeah, she got tattoos all over herself. It's the same as usual.
Oh,
and it's just it's unbelievable that these people just don't know how to act. They don't know how to act at all. Like, what the hell is wrong with them? Middle schoolers in several schools around Salt Lake City and Utah left school in the middle of the day to protest ICE. This involved them throwing things at vehicles, smashing school bus windows, going into busy roads, and chanting a bunch of things. Man.
What the bro, if that was my kid would not have an ass to sit down on anymore. My kid would not be able to sit down. That bitch would be vanished. It would be disintegrated. There would not be anything left. The turd would just come straight out. There would be no turd cutter. And they recording it. They know they're recording it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow. They're letting these kids...
I'm fine with this. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. This isn't vandalism. I'm fine with this. I actually don't mind this at all. You do this until they tell you to leave, and whenever you get told to leave, then you leave. That's fine. That's standard. That's fine. Throwing rocks at people die because of that. Let me find out, bro.
Basically what they do is the teachers go and let these kids go out and do all of this. And that's
the problem, is if you as a parent rely on the school to take care of this child while you're at work or they're at school, and they're allowed to leave the campus and do this, you got a huge fucking problem. You got a massive problem. Like back at my high school, you ass would be arrested and brought back to campus. I had a friend that walked like 4 miles home because they let school out early, and a cop stopped him and brought his fat ass back to school. And he said, fuck, because the cop didn't believe him. And guess what happened? He had to walk back because the buses weren't running that day. The cop wouldn't even give him a ride.
Nothing they can really do to the kids because they're children. Like, really, like, I mean, until we're ready, like, I this is what I would do if I saw this. I would go after...
And my viewpoint is like, if you want to protest, fine. If you are this age, okay? That they look like they're high schoolers. They must be in high school, maybe a little bit older, like late middle school, who knows? But if you want to act like an adult, you want to protest like an adult, well, I guess you're going to catch them gas canisters like an adult, too. They're not biased. They don't really care about your race, religion, or age. They work all the same.
The teachers that let all these kids leave school, and I would charge them for child endangerment.
I agree. And every class, every teacher that didn't say anything or didn't try to stop these students from leaving, they need to be charged with endangerment to a child. 100%. It's a form of child. You know that if you, I was a school bus driver. If I stepped off of a bus, if I set foot off of a bus and I have students on my bus, that is child abandonment. How is this not the same?
Every single count of a kid leaving school, I would charge them with that many counts.
Yep.
I would.
And that's exactly what they do to bus drivers. They do the exact same thing to school bus drivers. With every child that is on that fucking bus in the state of Texas, you get charged per person.
And I would effectively ruin and end their lives.
It's illegal for you to stand up while a school bus is moving. I had a couple kids that did that too. And you know what happened? They did it 3 times and then they got removed from the fucking bus.
That's what I would do. And I'd televise the whole trial. I'd make sure everybody could see it. I'd give them the worst punishment possible. I'd zoom in on them crying.
Oh yeah, that's exactly why they're doing it. They're saying, look, they're bombing kids. They're doing this to kids. And it's like, it's your responsibility to make sure these kids are where they're supposed to be. Being in a Walmart, being on the side of the road throwing rocks at cars is not where they're supposed to fucking be. They're supposed to be in a classroom.
It'd be amazing. I'd love it. And that's see, until people are ready to do that.
And these kids don't give a shit about this. They're doing it because it's a way for them to get out of school, obviously. What kid doesn't want to just leave school?
Till people are willing to be that extreme, then this stuff is going to continue. Because I'm going to tell you something. If they did what I want, none of this would happen. It would not happen at all. It'll get worse too. It will.
Oh, yeah. And so this is probably only the beginning of this. This is going to get worse.
Probably fix the level of education is done.
I don't know how the fuck they're going to fix this unless they charge all the teachers that are allowing this and arresting the parents that are bringing these fucking signs to school. That's the only thing I could see.
Well, I mean, they could call the police and say, hey,
what parent would want their kid to go out there and risk getting like tear gassed, shot with a rubber bullet, ran over by a car? What parent wants this?
Kids are leaving school.
Yo, if I found out that a motherfucking school let my kid leave, the last thing they're gonna have to worry about is the federal government. I'm gonna sue the fuck out of that school.
Help me get the kids back in there. Do you really?
That's y'all's responsibility to keep those kids in the classroom and make sure they get a good education and can at least I don't know, fuck, do something besides be a brain-dead lobotomite on the side of the road, tanking fit? Come on.
Teachers didn't know this was going to happen? No,
I guarantee you they did. I promise you those teachers knew this was going to happen.
For more police officers at the school to help make sure that there's not a riot that happens at the school. They could do this many different ways, but they let it happen. They know what happened, and that's it. Please then point some of that in the EU as well. Yeah, it's not the teacher's fault. It absolutely is the teacher's fault. And also, if it's not the teacher's fault, then all the more reason to do it. Just to show that is the extent that you will go to if you let this happen. Sometimes, and this is the cute thing about it, people might not know this, it's one of the most effective tools is unfairness. Let me explain. Fairness can be calculated, predicted, planned for, and worked around. Unfairness can't. Unfairness is random, it's unpredictable, it's not calculable, you can't plan for it. People are terrified of that. And sometimes, in order to make sure that people don't do something stupid, you have to make sure that they're afraid of the consequences. Shouldn't it be the parents' fault? Absolutely not. The parents are, whenever you give your kid to a school, the school is their guardian. They are the guardian. The school is responsible for the kid. That's it. So what are you talking? What about that innocent teacher? I don't think they're innocent. I don't think so at all. And that's why President Snow lost control in Hunger Games. He tried being fair. Never be fair. Never be fair with people like this. People can predict fairness. They can't predict unfairness. So they breaking out windows too? Is that right? How would you stop a kid pushing past the teacher? I wouldn't. I would look at what the teacher did before and after that. And also, like, then maybe the kid needs to go to juvie, right?
I mean, yeah, if you assault a teacher, you usually end up in juvenile detention. You can't just let your child hit someone, period. You end up in juvie. I actually knew a friend that thought that it would be a great idea to fuck, needless to say, we're not friends. But he decided that he was going to punch a teacher in the fucking face, and he landed himself right in juvenile. He ended up there for the remainder of his high school.
To juvenile detention.
Yep.
Like, this is what I would do. So if that's what happened and the kids are being violent towards the teachers, and there were a lot of them, what I would do is I would have the kids put names in and vote amongst themselves.
Bro, you gotta stop.
Which one of them is getting sent to juvenile detention and which one
Lone
of them is
Star
getting suspended
dead
or expelled. I would have them rat each other out, and the person who gets the most votes is the one that gets expelled.
My God, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Piggy getting some shock treatment.
Yep. That's right. Do that to 3 or 4 of them, and then that'd be it. It could be used to bully kids, though. That's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason why these kids are doing it, is because they know that they can walk all over their parents. Man, my mom would look at me and be like, boy, if you do this, let me tell you something, you ain't gonna have to worry about the government no more. You ain't gonna be able to get to that phone fast enough to call the police either. And you don't want to do that, because by the time they get here, there ain't gonna be nothing left. You gonna go on and stay in that classroom, or you gonna find out. And my mom would say all of that just by looking at me, by the way. She would never have to say that. All she had to do was look at me. That's all she'd have to do. She'd never have to say that, but I knew that whenever she looked at me, that's what that meant. And I stayed in class.
And this is genuinely a terrible idea? Yep, that's right. And to have it be anonymous, exactly. It would be totally anonymous, and you wouldn't be able to tell. And and also, like, maybe I would do something like, maybe I would say the first place is getting sent, and then I'd send to third place instead. You know? And I think that, again, because you have to keep in mind that, like, if you do this kind of stuff to kids, they're going to be so scared of this, they're not going to even think about fucking around. Like, this is it. It's so terrible of an idea. It's good, of course. So this is how you deal with them. Like, people don't understand how to deal with a person like this.
It's because
it's because he deal with people like
he
this.
works from home, so he types in caps lock. So like, it doesn't matter.
And if you treat them like animals, they're going to act the way animals do. If people act like an animal, you have to treat them like an animal. And the problem is that if you treat these people like people, you can't sit down and explain to a pit bull not to bite a baby.
Nah,
you
he
can't
good.
do that. But you can put a chain on him and make sure he never goes anywhere near a fucking
I don't
baby.
care if you guys type in caps lock, dude. I don't care. You guys can type in caps lock all you want. If funny enough, I could actually read it easier.
You can't treat a dog like a person, and you can't treat a person who acts like an animal like a normal person. There's a different type of behavior and a different type of focus that you have. And if you understand...
I'm 31, so my eyesight isn't as good as it used to be for me being like this close to every TV.
Understand that. It's easier to control what people do. The Goyams? Exactly. My pit bull princess would never. No, guys, it's not the breed, it's the owner, for sure. Summary, they want to be treated nicely. You don't want to treat them the way they want to. They snap. Yeah, exactly. And so this is the way, this too. I would immediately be going out doing an ice protest just so I could leave class and throw rocks at cars. Fuck, I used to do that anyway. But yet, they got to go after these teachers for letting this happen. They do. Over society. That's what I think. Do you have any evidence that the teachers are sending them out? Nah, it's just probably what happened. Yeah. And also,
like if they want to do this whenever school's over, that's their own problem. But if you supposed to be in class and you walking out that damn door without permission from the teacher, you got a fucking problem going on in your school system. Straight up.
The teachers that are sending them out, it's the teachers that are letting them out.
That's right.
And the teachers are their guardians. Are the teachers supposed to let kids out during the middle of school and let them run around town protesting and complaining? No. No, they're not. So it doesn't matter whether...
That's not even just the teacher's fault. That's the school's fault. They need to figure out who the principal is in charge of that ass with however many accounts of these kids that got out. What is that principal doing to get these kids back into school?
Teachers, promoted it. It matters whether they let it happen. That's it. It's always the teacher's fault. Yeah, that's what it means to be a guardian of a minor, is that you're responsible for that minor. But unfortunately, they don't know that. So I think the right thing to do is to remind them. So yeah, it's really just that simple. Oh, listen to this. Get ready.
You know, 2% of the population.
Oh, is he saying the 2% thing?
Produces 90% of the violent crime.
Jesus Christ.
Think of that. Think of that. And Washington now is a very safe place.
Yes, again. It happened again. That's right. I bet feels good. Feels really good.
Yes, I get it all the time. I go into...
By the way, do you want to know how I arrived at the 2% number? Because I've never really explained this. It's because El Salvador did it with 1.5%, and I assume that we had even more problems.
If you don't know what happened at El Salvador had a president that... So, like, originally the city was overrun with gang and drug violence, and what they did is the president went in because it had something to do with his wife being killed by a gang member or some family member, right? And he ran with the sole purpose of saying, I'm going to find every single drug dealer and kill them. And I kid you not, this man ran the entire government like a cartel and went through every street corner, every house, and found a lot of them, killed them, or put them in that jail that we're sending the hardcore illegals, like the bad motherfuckers to. And that's where that came from. In fact, his community loved him so much when he got through doing that he not only got arrested and convicted and is in jail, they voted for him, and he is serving their country, while he is in jail.
Than they did, so
yeah,
I just
reelected
rounded it up to 2%. That's the actual reason. And I saw the violent crime statistics of how many, like, what percentage of people were doing this, and I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. Because, like, this guy knows, like, yeah, no fucking way. Yeah, exactly. Well, it makes sense. Yeah. Sure. I mean, that's how. It's called logic, yeah. That's actually how I arrived at the number. Because I don't think that I ever really explained why it happened. Has Trump said the N-word yet? We're saving that. We're saving it. I mean, it is... I mean, would it be...
Stop Border Patrol.
Relief.
Sworn duties to enforce immigration law that Congress passed is unacceptable. And it's shameful and incomprehensible to me that this unlawful and threatening behavior is being tolerated by anyone.
That's right.
As far as what I saw yesterday with the roadblocks being set up, you're not going to stop ICE. You're not going to stop Border Patrol. The only thing you're doing is irritating your community and want to go get groceries or pick the children up or whatever.
Man.
I talked to the chief of police, and he committed to
roadblocks.
Taking swift action.
He did
on
say
those
that.
Illegal roadblocks. They're illegal. We shouldn't tolerate them.
That's right. That's right.
Again, a complete drawdown is going to depend on the cooperation, continued cooperation of local and state law enforcement, and the decrease of the violence, the rhetoric, and the attacks against ICE and Border Patrol.
Man.
The federal
They really brought in the right guy.
law enforcement personnel, ICE and
They brought
CBP
in
and
the
other
real one.
partners.
Yeah, JD Vance showing up there, straightened everything out. I don't know what JD Vance said behind him closed doors, man, but straightened that ass completely out, boy.
2 weeks ago, okay? 2 weeks ago, waking up without power, heat, or running water. But the work here in Kiev continues. Warming up in the car, writing in pencil, to decline, and continue to lose even more money. Fox News is that they overplayed their hand. They pushed too much bullshit. They pushed too many... Polygon. One more.
Complicated
yeah
ways you could structure a nonprofit organization, especially as a way in a
DREE. Dailymail.com has exclusively uncovered photos of one of Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu's main challengers, former Prime Minister Ehud Barak, covering his face as he entered the convicted pedophile's home.
Fucking house. And then this is another one. I find this.
I meet a friend with 3 children, telling another 2, and you are deep into the social security part of any document.
Don't know.
Andreessen. It's called Andreessen Horowitz.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks the under drugs.
Not sure. I'm not sure what that's about. Oh, yeah, that's right. We got this guy. Hold on. Not that. This one. Yeah, buddy, let's go.
In recent days and weeks, the number of death threats against officers has increased a staggering 8,000%. That number coming as new video shows the feds arresting a self-described Antifa member in Minneapolis. He's now being charged after making violent threats against ICE agents in that city.
This is where ICE has come to die. We want to know who they are. We will identify every single one of them, and we will prosecute them to the full extent of the law. And if that has to be done at the barrel of a gun, then let us have a little fun.
Well, that'll get your attention, right?
I don't understand how the fuck you thought you weren't going to get arrested for this.
Right, and it did. Brooke Taylor's got more now. She's live in Minneapolis. Brooke, hello there.
Hi, Bill. The Justice Department using this as an example that if they threaten ICE officers, there's going to be real consequences. So as you mentioned, this is a self-described...
Well, that's like if you were to say, like, you were going to do something to the president. It's no duh, the FBI would show up at your fucking house. Why wouldn't they? You know that if you say certain things when you're on a phone call, you get put on a watch list. Like if you Google certain things as well, you get put on a watch list. You can't just go in a country and not be unimpeached. Every country does this. Every country has some form of like eye of Sauron that watches over you. You just don't know it, and you think you're clueless. Obviously, they do. Why wouldn't they?
A member now hit with federal charges for his disturbing videos on social media. We'll show you more of those videos, but first, this is him right here, Kyle Wagner. They arrested him yesterday early in the morning. He was proudly wearing a hoodie with "I'm Antifa" plastered right across it there. The criminal complaint describes the threats against ICE. Fox obtained some of those videos. You can watch it for yourself.
This is not a joke. There's nothing fun to chant about it. Get your guns and stop.
You see, what a lot of these people don't understand is that when you make these comments and then the FBI comes knocking at your door and you decide to spoil evidence by deleting these videos, you do realize that because it's the FBI, they have like there's like a back data area where it's not publicly seen and you don't see it, but because you uploaded it, it's still in their servers. They still have that video. So the police or the FBI can just go there and subpoena that information fairly easily, get that information, and now not only you getting charged for threatening a federal official, but now you're getting charged with spoliation of evidence because you deleted it. Like, you just because you delete this stuff doesn't mean it's not attainable.
People.
Anything you post to the internet is there permanently, forever. You just don't know it yet until the video pops up somewhere on some crazy feed because some guy hacked into the database or some shit of TikTok and then re-upload, or Instagram's on Instagram.
Is where
it never goes away.
Has come to die. We will identify every single one of them, and we will prosecute them to the full extent of the law. And if that has to be done at the barrel of a gun, then let us have a little fun.
He also accused the federal officers of being murderers and the Gestapo. All of this comes as a Fox News digital investigation.
I don't really give a shit if he calls them the Gestapo. I don't give a fuck about all that. But you can't threaten people. That's not a right that the Constitution protects. That you can flip a cop off, but the minute you say that I'm going to go and kill your family, that's whenever you get arrested because you're a fucking idiot. Like, you can't threaten people.
Wide web of more than 200
it's a form of verbal assault
that are using military-grade tactics
to
track these ICE officers. So they're tracking and deploying civilians to act as on-the-ground scouts to collect this data. Fox News Digital found that they're feeding this data into at least 13 sophisticated databases. So they are tracking
military-grade tactics. So you mean to tell me these schizos have somebody that's running all this with military-grade tactics, and you mean to tell me that these people can't be charged with treason? Man, I find it hard to believe that any of these people that have been arrested so far have any fucking brain cells. I don't know, man.
Numbers. They're also taking pictures of them, geological data, you name it, and they're putting it into these databases. The FBI director says that he is looking into this and opened an investigation into those signal chats, Bill.
All right, Brooke, thanks. Brooke Taylor back on the job there in
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
it's called spoliation of evidence. It's illegal. Google it.
Thank you. Dana?
For more on this, let's bring in Laura Trump, host of My View with Laura Trump. So that Antifa guy...
Yeah, tampering with evidence, either one. Some states call it spoliation, some states call it tampering.
Obviously has a lot of strong thoughts.
There may actually be a difference between those two.
An interview for
I think
NBC
tampering is like physical tampering.
News ahead of the Super Bowl. He addressed this. Let's take a look.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Either one.
Focused on criminals, really bad criminals. Now, you could say people that came in illegally are criminals, but I'm talking about murderers from different countries. We have 11,888 murderers that Biden and his group led into our country. We've captured a lot of them. We've brought some of them back. A lot of them we don't want to bring back because we don't trust the country that they're not sent back again.
Laura, many members of the Democratic Party on Capitol Hill and elsewhere were saying abolish ICE and defund ICE is their next step. They want to shut down the government over it, perhaps. But a president of a centrist think tank said this, that people embrace an emotionally satisfying slogan that in the long run proved to be politically toxic and a barrier to getting serious police reform in the country. We are in grave danger of the same problem happening for those who are embracing abolish ICE. That is the co-founder of Third Way telling Democrats this is not smart. How do you think it will end up next week?
Yeah, these are, I mean, Dana, so many of the same people who back in 2020 started with the defund the police chant. That has worked out very poorly all across this country. Obviously, we need our men and women in blue to protect us, to protect our cities, to protect communities. And no different, as you just heard there from the president, we have people, these men and women of ICE, who have the toughest job in the world right now, who are trying to make communities safer, who are trying to get these bad criminals out. These are murderers, these are rapists, these are pedophiles. And, you know, I have to agree with the sentiment of that statement you just read there. I don't think this is going to help anyone. But unfortunately, this is sort of where the Democrats...
Spoliation of evidence, if you idiots out there that don't know what it is, or not that you're an idiot for not knowing, but for them trying to disregard my conversation. Spoliation of evidence is the international reckless or negligent withholding, hiding, altering, fabrication, or destruction of evidence relevant to a legal proceeding. It is a serious breach of legal duty that undermines the fairness of the judicial process. So... it applies to physical objects, documents, emails, and electronically stored information, ESI, such as videos or metadata. So, there you go.
Planted themselves in an effort to gain political points. They have been willing to characterize these ICE agents as horrible people, Gestapo, Nazis. You know all the names they've called all of them. These are pretty typical, by the way, for all of us on the right side of the aisle. They've done that consistently for about 11 years. But because of that, you have individuals like this guy who says at the barrel of a gun, he's willing to take these people out. Law and order matters. And
it's probably, like I said, they're probably interchangeable. What is tampering with evidence? That evidence is the criminal offense involving the international alteration, destruction, concealment, or fabrication of evidence to interfere with a law enforcement investigation or official proceeding. It is a serious, often felony level offense, which, by the way, felony level, which means you could be arrested by ICE. Offense designed to cover up crimes or obstruct justice with penalties ranging from fines to prison time. Must have the specific purpose of impairing the evidence availability or truthfulness in an investigation. It's not as specific. I feel like spoliation is more specific. Destruction, burning clothing, shredding documents, deleting computer files, or flushing drugs down the toilet. But if you use spoliation of evidence, it specifically says that it is... Let's see, let me find it. It says types of evidence. It applies to physical objects, documents, emails, and electronically stored information, such as videos or metadata. So I was actually more right by saying spoliation of evidence.
Safety in our community matters. This president is serious about it. You see anywhere he's been able to have the assistance of the local authorities, you haven't had problems like this. But they're in Minneapolis, they're in Minnesota. The mayor and the governor have not been willing to work with him. They've fanned the flames of all of this, and it is going to really hurt, I think, the Democrats as we head into November. Because, look, If you don't have safety and security, if you can't go out in your communities and feel good about things and feel safe, nothing else ultimately matters.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the
DVR? Who the fuck has a DVR? What the fuck?
Alive. In the Epstein files, there's a receipt from YouTube where his username is LittlestJeff1. Hello, LittlestJeff1. Wait, LittlestJeff1. There was a charge in May 2019, but he died in August. Wait, Chapter 5, Season 1? Wait, that was recent. Epstein's Fortnite account is active in Israel? No. Fortnite tracker. We have, all right, gentlemen, we have the Fortnite account right now. Let's pull it up. The profile has just been made private. Wait a minute. Can I look at this on Wayback Machine? It has not archived that URL. Epstein just privated his account. I have screenshots of his stats confirming he's alive. How is this proof? Okay, so this is why people think that it's Jeffrey Epstein. He got a charge for $25 for V-Bucks on Fortnite. And this was on May 7th, 2019. And this is, again, keep in mind, justice.gov. This is the government website for Jeffrey Epstein right here. And this is Littlest Jeff with jeevacation@gmail.com. It could be a troll, but how could it be a troll?
They know what his email was, and someone was able to get into his email. They found out that the password was #1 island.
Troll if they did it so far in advance. The account isn't brand new. It was discovered. My guy faked his death and immediately started playing Fortnite. Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 10 ran from August 1st to October 2019. Crazy. Get the screenshot of him playing Season 6 before it's too late. Where are the other screenshots of this? I want to see it.
Wouldn't that be kind of crazy if, come to find out after everything, Epstein was actually alive?
It says I can't edit the post. Where's the imager link? Matches. So he and wait, this is Season 4, and he had an 8% win rate. Look at Chapter 3, Season 17, 17% win rate. He has kids playing for him. He's in Tel Aviv playing Fortnite. This could be. Wait, this is his WoW account. Wait a minute.
Context.
This is the Department of Justice. Jeffrey Epstein played WoW. And he was a Wrath baby. This was right before Cataclysm. Wait a minute.
Is he still making shit?
No. He was Horde? I knew it, guys. I knew it all along. He has heirlooms? Yes, he has heirlooms, which means that this is an alt. This is an alt character. This is Epstein, isn't it?
There's no way that's Epstein.
Who is this guy? Someone posted.
Damn, he looks like an aged Epstein, doesn't he? He does look old.
Who is this guy? Someone posted the photo without the beard on your Discord. Guys, okay, I'm gonna save this photo though. So, which one is better?
Damn, they better hope this man is dead, because if not, the internet's gonna pick this shit apart, bro.
Okay, that's a better photo. And why does it not? What the fuck?
What?
Why is it not? Why is it doing this? Like, what the fuck? The
what?
fuck?
I've never seen that. That's the right click? What the fuck?
Better photo. And why does it not? What the fuck? Why is it not? Why is it doing this? Like, what the fuck?
What?
The fuck?
It's still doing it.
Guys, are they in? Yeah, I'm really confused here. What's going on with this?
That's creepy. That's fucking creepy, bro.
Breaks his silence on the latest release of the Epstein files. This is from today.
We watched this already.
To be honest, that's a very good answer. Man, another Microsoft Oh, God.
True. He'd been at a
Here
few.
it is.
So everything this dude has been saying has been right. This guy is like a known conspiracy theorist. He's known for raging out on like the whole baby thing and everything like that, and he's been fucking right.
Ago? Wait, what?
We all know about Jerry Epstein, okay? And
I don't know about Jerry
Epstein. That was the Lolita Express. Just Google that. And
what is that?
Bill Clinton was like on 20 flights. First it was 7.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
To this
now I know
pedophile
what you're
island that has
talking
a
about.
temple in it. And then he was also flying to this Middle Eastern country with this sheik that's an admitted pedophile with multi-million-dollar checks and Bill Clinton on the plane. And Bill Clinton's a known sexual predator. Okay, so all this stuff's going on, and so they start bringing up lawsuits against Donald Trump with Jane Doe's, claiming he'd been with Epstein, even though there's no proof in the law, because they make you log even on private jets. None of it was ever true. He'd been at a few.
Here it is. How progressive guru John Podesta is in household name as world-class underage sex slave op cover-upper defending
This is
unspeakable
2011.
dregs escapes me.
This is
Early
2011.
on, did John Podesta
That's
imagine
crazy.
his baby MMFA, I don't know what that is, would be covering up for underage sex ops and hate crimes against blacks?
What the fuck?
I don't know what that means.
So
what
Alex
is
was on this 10
MFA,
years ago.
Jamie.
Alex Jones has been right about a lot of shit that come out in the Epstein files as of late.
Media matters. Huh.
Isn't that Soros?
Yeah,
that's Soros. But also, guess who owns the pizza place?
Who?
Where all this went on? It's Media Matters head guy David Brock's boyfriend, and that is where they have major Democratic Party fundraisers. And then they had rock bands there that gave live spoken word dissertations of the love of children.
What?
How did he know, bro? What?
Bro was onto it from day one. This was in 2011.
Talking about how much they love children.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, I don't even really want to repeat what they really pull it up.
How the fuck?
There's a video of them saying that
Yeah,
in
this,
the
is
comments.
this is a comment ping pong.
How did
so
wait? He predicted 9/11.
It's a very, very bizarre subject. But why is this like so easy?
So this is episode 9/11 with Alex Jones. Okay, so when did episode 9/11 Joe Rogan with Alex Jones come out? When did it come out? 2017. 2 years before Epstein died.
That's crazy.
That's right. Okay,
To
now
this
I know
pedophile
what you're
island that
talking
has
about.
a temple in it. And then he was also flying
We saw the map of Epstein Island yesterday. It has a fucking temple, bro.
to this,
It has
this
a temple.
Middle Eastern country with this sheik that's an admitted pedophile with multi-million-dollar checks and Bill Clinton on the plane. And
Oh my God. I mean, this is, man, how about that, huh? How did he know? Well, how does he know all this? Do you want to know the real reason why?
It's probably because it's been on and off of the internet, and it all starts from somewhere, right? It's probably been people over the years that have been trying to reach out, asking for help, and, people like Alex Jones, that comb the internet for every little morsel they could find, come across it, and come to find out it's fucking true.
It's because the information has always been out there. It has been. Like, I remember my mom was telling me about the Taliban before 9/11 happened. I remember this is like kind of like an almost core memory for me, is that I was sitting next to her, or I was sitting in a chair, and she was showing me this is what they do, and they have like a Toyota, this is because my mom had a Toyota truck that said Toyota on the back and everything, growing up, and she's like, see, this is like our car, but they have a machine gun in the back. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And it was in 2000. And she was like, yeah, they oppress women and they don't let them vote. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. What the fuck? And that was it. And then a year later, 9/11 happened. That's what it was. 9/11 was not the Taliban. Well, I didn't say it was, but what I was saying is that a lot of this information, like bin Laden and all of this, like it was all out there at the time. And then also, like, there are people that are involved in like the inside that know what's going on, and then they leak stuff to people like Alex Jones. They do. Now, the problem is that you have a lot of false positives. So you have something get leaked to them. It turns out that it isn't true. And, well, now you look like a jackass. But in a general sense, I think that's what happens. Anyway, so Alex Jones was onto this because a lot of people knew about it. I mean, really, I mean, it was out in the open. And I think that's the other thing. I mean, they're out there talking about cheese pizza at the fucking Oscars. So it's really not like this is some kind of massive secret that, and you've got one more. Oh my God.
Wait, what the fuck?
You've got and a lot.
Bro, what a creepy ass.
This goes far beyond what many imagined. So we've got this right here, okay? Where is this? And you've got one more. Oh my God.
What the fuck?
Not bad. What is this? I mean, it could be. Look how small it is. I mean, this is straight out of Volcano Manor in Elden Ring. Oh my God. A new open source tool, Epstein, called Epstein plus LinkedIn, lets you check if any of your LinkedIn connections appear in the publicly released Jeffrey Epstein court documents. Oh, that's really useful. Thank God for that. Prince Andrew and the Epstein scandal. This came out 6 years ago.
But before he starts playing that, let me use the bathroom real quick. Oof. All right, we back. All right. Yo, Cooper clip of him talking about Alex. I know, right? We need to arrest these motherfuckers, dude. Seriously, we need to put these people in the deepest, darkest hole. We need to bring back crucifixions. I want to see crosses on the White House lawn with senators stapled to them that have been in the Epstein files that have done wrong, nasty shit. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to fucking see.
This year, Epstein was arrested on charges of sex trafficking and abusing dozens of underage girls. One of Epstein's accusers, Virginia Roberts, has made allegations against you. She says she met you in 2001. She says she dined with you, danced with you at Tramp nightclub in London. She went on to have
What nightclub?
sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell, your friend. Your response?
I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady.
Yeah, this is live.
None whatsoever.
You don't remember meeting her?
No.
She says she met you in 2001. She dined with you. She danced with you. You bought her drinks. You were in
Yo, he looks like somebody that knows he's cooked. Whenever I see somebody that's acting like this, that they're actively trying to sponge in the information extra hard, I'm like, well, this guy's trying to cook something up in there. Something's rattling around in there. He's trying to cook up with something.
Nightclub in London.
What's the excuse you're going to come up with, huh?
She went on to have sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Didn't happen.
Do you remember her?
Well, I mean, I don't remember it versus it didn't happen. These are two very different things.
Clearly, right?
One of them is like, I don't know, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. The other one is, oh,
it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, certainly.
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting her.
He doesn't know.
See, what's crazy is like, when someone's saying that they're saying this to later cater to a lie. It's a, no, this never happened, to a, I don't have any recollection of this. They're trying to set themselves up so that way if information does come out, they can't look back at this interview and be like, well, you said no, and you clearly lied. That makes you a liar. It's a, oh, I don't remember. How do you not remember? How do you not remember something like that? How do you not remember that?
In fact, I'm convinced that I was never in trance with her. There are a number of things that are wrong with that story.
Mm-hmm.
One of which is that I don't know where the bar is in tramps. I don't drink.
You don't have to know where the bar is. You can be driven somewhere and not know where you're at. Happens all the time.
I don't think I've ever bought a drink in tramps whenever I was there.
You don't have to. Someone else could have bought it for you.
Dancing at Tramp.
No. That couldn't have happened because the date that is being suggested, I was at home with the children.
You know that you were at home with the children. Was it a memorable night?
On that particular day...
I thought he said he didn't remember it.
That we now understand is the date.
You don't remember going somewhere and doing things with somebody who was underage, but you remember where you were at, though? So that's a yes or no question. Did you do this or not?
10th of March, I was at home. I was with the children. I'd taken Beatrice to a Pizza Express in Woking for a party at a...
For what?
A Pizza Express.
There it is. There's the code word. The Pizza Express. There it is.
It probably doesn't mean a lot, right?
Do you think that some of these people say pizza in a lot of these interviews and stuff whenever they're talking about other people as like let's say that there's some group of people that anytime you upload something and it's like a code word that people use that are wealthy, that have been part of the Epstein files, they say it so that way something like this interview doesn't get as many views, so that way it stays on the down low, right? What if that's what's going on here? What if them saying pizza as a political official who is part of this is their code word to people that are kind of like combing the internet, trying to keep these interviews as low as possible so that way they don't get as many views, they don't broadcast it as heavily, they try to bury it almost. What if that's what's going on?
What are the odds, right? What are the odds?
In Woking for a party.
I mean, it's crazy.
I suppose sort of 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And then because the Duchess was away, we have a simple rule in the family that when one's away, the other one's there. I was on terminal leave at the time from the Royal Navy, so therefore I was at home.
Why would you remember that so specifically? Why would you remember a Pizza Express birthday and being at home?
Because going to Pizza Express in Woking is an unusual thing for me to do.
Really? Is that right?
A very unusual thing for me to do. I've only been to Woking a couple of times, and I remember it weirdly distinctly. As soon as somebody reminded me of it, I went, oh yes, I remember that. But I have no recollection of ever meeting or being in the company or the presence
So you're absolutely sure that you're at home on the 10th of March?
Yeah.
She was very specific about that night. She described dancing with you and you profusely sweating, and that she went on to have...
Yeah, that's whenever he said, I can't sweat. But then, like, you can see like recent pictures and stuff of him, like, sweating profusely under his arms.
Possibly.
There's a slight problem with the sweating.
Yeah.
Because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time, and that was yes, I didn't sweat at the time because
but the picture, okay, it wasn't recent picture. It was the same picture that got his ass into a lot of trouble. That's right. He had like armpit sweat underneath his shirt. It was like in his shirt.
Had suffered.
Well, he had his hand around that one girl.
Of adrenaline in the Falklands War when I was shot at. And I simply, it was almost impossible for me to sweat, and it's only because I have done a number.
You know what's crazy is I actually knew a teacher in high school that had this condition, and she looked like a heavy smoker. Like, you know how your skin gets all wrinkly and like sun scorched? That's actually what it looks like. And she said, yeah, she doesn't sweat, and dude, she was like 40 and she looked like she was 70. It's kind of crazy how much that fucks your body up, not being able to sweat. It's interesting that he looks nothing like that.
Things in the recent past that I'm starting to be able to do that again. So I'm afraid to say that there's a medical...
I don't know. I've never heard of this before,
that
ever.
says that it didn't do it, so therefore...
Is it possible that you met Virginia Roberts, dined with her, danced with her in...
Face. No.
Tramp, had sex with her on a...
Bro. He's like a puppy dog that got caught, bro. I can imagine this guy in when he gets brought in for questioning for committing a crime, you just see...
With her in Tramp,
nope.
had sex with her...
Nope.
On a...
Bro.
That looks like the face of guilt to me.
Look at him go. No.
Danced with her in Tramp.
So he didn't
had
even
sex
know.
with her on another date.
Wow.
Do you remember
convenient.
meeting her at all?
No.
Do you know you didn't meet her, or do you just not remember meeting her?
No, I have. I don't know if I've met her. But no, I have no recollection of meeting her.
Because she...
Wow, he's got no idea. That's
the way
convenient.
he shifted, too, whenever he started getting asked about this. Ah, dude, there's no way.
But, like, there he is crawling around, though, right? Because, I mean, there he is.
Oh, that was him in the file? I mean, in the photo?
Right?
He was, like,
that's you.
hovering over some person that was laying on the floor.
Like, I mean, how does something like this happen? It's always a coincidence. Nobody understands it. Yeah, like, wow, it's AI. Everything is AI. That's right, yeah. Everything that makes him look bad is AI. Makes perfect sense. Pull up a photo of him sweating. Yeah, and I don't know if
Oh, you can't use this photo. Remember, he doesn't remember it. Clearly, he's trying to implicate that he was under some form of drug or alcohol. He doesn't remember that. I mean, how could he possibly remember that?
Is sweaty on that, but
That's
I'm not
crazy,
sure about
dude.
it. And then, oh,
it's
here
just
it is.
insanity.
What were your thoughts
We're gonna
about...
move on from this. It's insanity how these people aren't in jail where they fucking belong. It pisses me off, dude. How is the government protecting these motherfuckers, dude? All right, we're gonna watch this and then we probably gonna roll up out of here for the day. I hope they uncover a lot more over the weekend so that way I'll have more to react to on Monday. Okay. Well, we watched a lot of entitled people get destroyed in that prior video, so I figured we might as well end off the Friday before we go on vacation for 2 days and come back on Monday to watch another entitled woman getting destroyed. Because, you know,
Hello.
America, fuck yeah.
What's going on?
Be on the property. She knows this.
Okay.
So she wants a no trespassing.
Wait, hold on, time out. Stop. Does she have no trespassing right now?
No, but there's no loitering. So there was 4 of them back here. 3 of them left. She didn't want to leave.
I just, like, is it allowed to not give?
This is private property.
It's private property, okay.
Right, so you can leave now, or they could do a no trespassing, so if they see you here, you get arrested.
Okay.
So it's up to you what you want to do right now. Do you want to leave, or...
Am I getting the no trespassing?
Why the hell are you there? Such a weird place to just be standing and eating. Like, where is there even a food place around here? Around there?
So hold on, so
Like-
time out. Why do you want one?
Well, listen, I didn't say I wanted one.
Okay, so do you want one?
So I'm asking you, next time that I come and I'm sitting on this property, right? Because for whatever reason, sometimes I sit here. So listen, if I'm sitting here next
Maybe you should find somewhere else to sit. Because it's weird.
time, am I going to get arrested?
No, but...
Okay, so then...
Solar power. Is this a Kohl's? Is that what this is?
But they can ask you, can you please leave? And then they could choose right now to no trespass you right now.
Okay, that's their choice.
But
I'll walk
you
away, but-
right, that's what I'm saying. Do you want to work with them, or do you...
I'm probably going to come back later because I chill here sometimes.
But then they have every right.
Yeah, I'm probably going to chill here. I'm not going to, like...
We don't have anywhere else to
go. We just want you to leave. Or go.
We don't want She's talking herself into a no trespassing.
What?
She's talking herself into a no trespassing.
This poor guy, he's like, what's going on? Oh, okay. Okay, I guess. Poor dude.
So let me know.
They don't want to do one. They just want her off the property.
All right, so...
That's all they...
We're not trying to get her in trouble. We actually just want her.
That's what I appreciate.
I guess
That's
this
what I'm
guy's
trying
not going to
work with
fuck
you.
around with
This is
this.
a private property.
Am I violating a law right now by standing here?
Yeah, you can.
So this
They
is
want you to leave. You're not leaving. They can trespass you. And either way, you're still breaking the law. They want you off their private property.
Would you say this is a private property, right?
I'm
in
not
this
sure.
area.
I'm not sure if
It's
this is.
I'm telling you.
I don't even understand why we even bother to try and take these people seriously. Why are we sitting here trying to explain things to them? They don't care. They just want to... They want to take this information in, and they want to misinterpret it on purpose, so that way they can be like, well, I didn't understand whenever they had it explained to them on camera. And it's just, they don't want this information. They know better. They're doing it because they haven't faced any actual real world repercussions for what they've done yet. And you should just give them what they want, which is to be tased and thrown in the back of a police car and charged with felonies.
Stop yelling.
That's what they want, clearly. This is what they want.
We could be civil. They ask you to leave.
The way she's leaning, she's like, "Bye you."
Just go somewhere else.
Ain't got to worry about a struggle.
So no trespassing.
Is this the first time?
And then you most likely spend the night in jail.
Right now, am I violating the law by standing
Yes, you are.
Which law?
So they ask you to leave the property.
So is that the law? Which
Yes.
law? I don't want. Which law is that?
Trespassing.
So right now I'm trespassing.
Yes.
Correct.
Do I have the no trespassing order already?
They can put it on you right now.
So
they're trying to avoid you getting in trouble.
Not breaking the law.
Yeah, but
Correct.
let's say when we do have one.
Yep,
You
then
have to leave, because if you're continuing to do this, it takes 5 seconds for them to say, we are trespassing you. And if you show back up to the property, you will be arrested. They don't want that. They just want you to fuck off for right now. That's all they want. Just fuck off. Walk away. It takes maybe 10 feet, 10 steps in that direction, in this direction right here, and you will fucking avoid going to jail. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Right. You guys are going to have to...
It's not really on you guys. It's on them.
Do you guys want to do this? She won't leave.
Yes.
Okay.
Bro, these are the reason why Tylenol babies are a fucking thing. There's not enough Tylenol in the world to deal with the headache that is standing there in a red shirt with retard written all over it.
She wanted, they were perfectly fine with you going.
So you guys are putting the no trespass?
Because you're not leaving. They're trying to be nice.
Can I please have a copy of that paper?
Yeah,
I'll walk to the stationing with you.
Wait, but why are you like, you don't even have to do this.
I don't even,
10 steps. 10 steps. 10 steps that way. Just 10. 10. Just go that way. Keep walking. That's all you got to do. Just go that way.
Literally could just
Okay.
I
don't even care.
You can just go.
I think she's on probation, so I don't know what's going on. You got to do her name.
She's on probation?
You got ID on you?
Nope.
No? I'm going to need to grab your name.
Why?
Because you
Oh. You know what? I didn't have a headache until now.
I'm gonna call. This is a call for service. I need to know who you are, right?
See, whenever Asman and Trump talk about the 2%, that's the 2%. Right there. That's it. That's the 2%.
And if you give me a wrong name, you'll be arrested for obstruction.
I don't care.
So first name, last name, date of birth.
I'm on probation though. Is this going to violate?
We don't know. We're gonna find out.
Okay.
Are you a
Because the police
violator?
were called over what?
You talked yourself into a no trespassing. So what is your name?
I'm not gonna. What the hell?
What's your
I'll
name?
meet you at the station where you can serve me with the no trespassing.
Where is no? That doesn't work like that. What is your name?
How does it work?
We need your name.
So you guys are putting the no trespassing.
Yes, because you're giving me no
Okay,
choice.
just to clarify, after, and I have no problem giving you my name. So after I give you my name, blah, 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 how is the execution of this no trespass order?
We will ask you to leave. If you don't leave, then you get arrested.
And if they see you on the premises, they
no trespass.
Correct,
It's
but
gonna be served to me. And
I'm going to hand it to you. If they see you on the property, they call us.
Where do I meet you for this to happen?
Right here.
Okay, so you're gonna go to your car, print it out, and hand it to me after?
Correct. The thing is, they see you on the property, you're getting arrested. Okay. Name, date of birth.
Well, they're doing the
That's the thing.
right?
Why would you want trouble? Like, a violation of probation guarantees that you're going to go to jail. You're on probation for a reason. Like, why the fuck would you want to violate? Why would you want to cause problems for yourself if you're on probation? It's so stupid.
We need your name.
Wait, what is?
Give you my name.
We need your. This is a law. Like, I don't know. What's your name?
So you guys want to do the no trespass? Give them my name.
That doesn't work like that.
asking us your name. They're asking you your name.
What is your name and date of birth? This is like.
I know your name.
I'm running low on patience.
Just tell me your name.
I'm going to.
Bro, the dude had just showed up. He's barely said like 2 words, and he's already running low on pay. Dude, like, I saw this lady, and I was like, "Oh God, here comes the migraine."
I'm going to ask literally one more time.
My ID.
I don't know.
You
why
just
this
said
is-
you didn't have your ID.
But why would I identify myself in order
Put your purse
to
down.
incriminate myself?
Put your purse down.
Yep, now you're being detained. You're done.
So why would I?
If you don't ID yourself, you're just gonna be going to
crazy.
jail.
I will arrest you
I'm
if you
not
do
trying
not
to
give your name. You're literally obstructing me right now.
I'm not obstructing.
You are. That means
You
you're
are.
not. You're literally not
making me
listening.
incriminate myself.
We need. I'm asking your name. That is it.
That's
date of birth.
That's making me incriminate myself.
One more try.
That's it.
Give us
So
your
I'm gonna get
ID or
arrested
you.
for
You
not
need to listen to him.
There it goes.
Will I get arrested for not incriminating myself right now?
What do you mean? Listen, I'm just gonna.
And this is the logic that is currently infesting Minneapolis. This is the logic that I'm reading in my comments that hurts me so. This mentality has to be cut out like a cancer. It has to. This is so fucking stupid. How do you function on it? Like, how do you function? How do you roll out of bed and tell yourself that giving a law enforcement officer is incriminating yourself because you're giving them your ID because you are trespassing on private property? This has to be genetically engineered. There's no fucking way people are this fucking stupid, right? How has natural selection failed us this bad? There's no way.
Explain this one more time to you, right?
Why do I have
This
to?
is a
Like, this is the kind of person that you would see playing with an alligator or befriending a bear, and then you would never see them again. Like, how?
No, I'm not backing up.
Why?
I'm gonna explain this one more time to you, right?
I'll back up then.
You are involved in a call for service. You need
Okay.
to know who you are. If you don't identify yourself, you're gonna be getting arrested for obstruction.
For obstructing what?
We don't.
The call of service?
Yeah, because we don't know who you are, and not knowing who you are, we can do our investigation.
That's not my problem.
It's not your problem.
No, and I'm not
till
gonna
you
make it-
get in handcuffs. So I'm giving you one more try. Give us your ID or you don't handcuff.
Can you please just listen to what he said?
Can you please listen to me as well?
No, you're not. No, I know. No,
I'm not
turn around.
Done. That's it. Yep. Tase her. She needs to be tased. She wants it. Tase her. Tase her. Tase her until she drools into the grass. Tase her. It should be a criminal act of negligence to not tase these people. Seriously.
Don't you stop!
It's all fun and fucking around until your ass is getting pushed into the dirt with handcuffs going around both of your arms, right?
Are you done? Are you done?
Done. This is fucking wrong.
If you kick me one more time,
you're doing it.
Oh, now that's battery on an LEO or assault on an LEO, whichever one you want.
The
real question is, does she want it with or without violence?
Sorry, sir. Stop. I can't breathe.
You're fine. You're not on your neck. Good. You're not on your neck. You're fine. Get up. Get up.
What is wrong with you? Now what? Now what are you gonna do?
Bring the car around.
One custody.
Now what? Now what? For what? For what? What am I in custody of?
Obstruction, brother.
What did I obstruct? What did I obstruct? What did I obstruct? Resisting what? For not giving you my name?
We give you plenty of chance.
That's not a law.
The issue is like, when you have people, if you're on private property and someone calls law enforcement and you're still there and you have two eyewitnesses that say that you should not be there, leave, and you're refusing to leave and you're being combative with police and they're trying to do an investigation and they're trying to run your ID, you are impeding in a federal, I'm so used to saying federal, you're impeding in a law enforcement investigation. You will go to jail. You will go to jail and they will charge you with it too. And then they're going to figure out who the fuck you are regardless. I wonder why the person saying, I don't want to incriminate myself, is saying that when she's on probation. Well, she doesn't want to give you her ID because she's on probation. She's probably violating it being there. That's why.
Are you going to spend the night in jail?
That's literally not a law. What am I spending the night in jail for? Because I didn't give you my name?
Yeah.
Nobody's around to do that.
No, what am I in cuffs for?
It's against the law to search you.
Search me then. Search me. What's up? Go ahead.
Relax.
You relax. Get put in some cuffs for no reason and then tell me to relax. You're fighting with me.
Sit down. Sit.
You're putting your hands on me.
Sit.
This is not how you fight. This is not how to fight. No.
Sit.
You sit. You sit.
Yo, this is like a 6-year-old. Bro. You know that like little bastard 6-year-old that you want to like slap across the face for being a little shit in school? Even some of the kids think that too, right? You'll have that little girl that's like, no, and then she's like, and then the teacher's like, sit down, and she's like, you sit down. You just want to walk up and go, bam! What you gonna do now? You gonna sit down? Okay, then sit the fuck down. That's what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like. Watch. By the time they get her into the car, the realization is going to set in and she's going to start crying. Watch. She's going to be begging not to go to jail. I would put money on it.
No, you sit.
Get the knife.
Sorry. You sit. Get off my chest.
Sit up like a human and sit down.
You treat me like a human. Treat humans like humans if you want them to act like humans.
She's fine.
This is not how you treat people.
Maybe if you act like a human and didn't act like a fucking banshee on steroids, then maybe you would get treated like a human, huh? Don't act like a banshee, won't get treated like a banshee. Don't act like a bitch, won't get treated like a bitch.
What if I did this to you?
That's been a tale told in time itself. I don't know.
What if I did this to you? What if a man...
Bro, it is a damn good thing that they had a female cop here, because you know this bitch would have been saying, they did all this stuff to me. You know it. You know that's what the fuck would have been happening. It is a damn good thing that this woman cop is wrestling this bitch around, dude. Seriously.
Should have put their hands on women. And people should have put their hands on people. I did not put my hands on
did you hear it? I heard the woman thing. You can't put your hands on women. Look at that.
What if men should have put their hands on women? And people should have put their hands on people.
At first it was the woman thing, and now it's the people thing, right? Oh, man.
Hands on you. You shouldn't be putting your hands on me. You shouldn't be. It's wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. And if someone puts their hands on you, I don't agree with it making it right to put your hands back on someone. But as far as I'm concerned, you put your hands on me. Look.
Well, it's a good thing that nobody cares about your thoughts, feelings, expressions, and bullshit. Because whenever you violate the law and they have to enforce it, then people like you that are retarded get their face put in the dirt and tased. And it's a beautiful day in America when that happens. God bless America.
My wrist. Look. Literally, this hurts, dude. Can you please loosen it a little bit?
Hell no.
Okay, let's go.
No.
What is wrong
with you? Nope. Look at my wrist. They hurt.
Why would she loosen the cuffs? You've done nothing to imply that you're gonna comply with what they're saying. Why the fuck would they do that? That's a mistake.
Look, what the fuck?
No one cares.
No, fix my fucking cuffs. Fix my fucking cuffs. Station yet. Fix it. We're not fix it. We're not fix it. It hurts. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna hurt myself more because you'll be fine. This? You're fine. You're doing this. It hurts. You're fine. Fix it. No,
you know what's crazy? What's really sad about this is that if you just quit struggling, the cuffs won't dig into your wrist, and they're not gonna swell up. So if you just quit struggling and stop raising your blood pressure to a point where your head's gonna pop off, you know, you will actually fit the cuffs more. So like if you just stop doing whatever this is, you would be fine. You would just be fine.
Don't you fucking get up. Get up. Put him back down. No,
Bro, we gotta bring back hog tying. We gotta do it, man. We gotta bring back hog tying. We gots to do it. We have to do it. We have to bring back hog tying and make it like essential for anyone who's doing this. Like the minute they start doing this, hog tie them up, straight up. You're gonna have to get like we're gonna have like how the trash trucks, they have that big claw that grabs the fucking trash cans and like dumps it in the back, right? We're gonna need like a fucking crane that sits on the top of a police car that can like lift these. It's usually fucking massive cows that they have to fucking lift up and put in the back of the car. That's what we're gonna have. That's what we're gonna need. That's what we're gonna need. The chain's gonna have to like, you know, like whenever they do the lifting, the chain's gonna have to cut like midway through like the back driver's seat or the back passenger seat on both sides. So that way the chain, they can just be held there and then they can like cable them down into like all four sections of the back of the car. So that way they won't be jostled around, right? They won't be swinging around. And they can just sit there and be suspended in the air. And that way, you know, you don't have to worry about anybody touching you or handling you whenever you're in handcuffs. It could just be automated, you know? Just like how they pick up the trash bins, you know? And that's what should happen.
You're gonna sit down.
No! Fix it! It fucking hurts! Stop! What is wrong with you? Literally! What the fuck? Fix it!
You know, I love how she's the only one screaming, but something is wrong with everybody else around her, right?
Tightening the other one now, Jim? She's coming back, active negative. No, this one needs to be fixed.
You're fine. I just moved it. You're fine. I moved it.
I think she's tightening it.
Fix it at the station. We're not doing it now. No.
Just go get the car.
You just tried to fix this one.
I would, if I was that dude, I would just, well, if it's two different police officers, I'm sure he doesn't want this crazy bitch in the back of his car, so.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh, dude.
This is ridiculous.
Yo, look, they got a fucking crowd watching. Yo, they got a crowd watching.
My car.
Oh, dude. I wonder how many of those people know her.
You guys are all set. We have an innocent civilian calling stating that you guys might need assistance, so there was a disturbance.
I'm ringing my
Damn, bro, they're calling the police to get these guys more backup for that schizo. You realize that the people around her are calling the police to get them more help to restrain her. Oh my god, dude. I've heard it all now, boy.
I have one in custody in my cruiser.
Oh, shit. Bro. Maybe it is. Maybe it's some kind. It's got to be some kind of office. I thought it was a store, but it's not.
Yep, let's go. Can someone follow the fucking car? Because at this rate, I'm here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, why are you smiling? Are you so happy?
He's smiling because you're fucking crazy. He's probably smiling. He's like, oh my God, I'm so happy this crazy white bitch ain't in my car.
don't get getting paid for this shit.
I don't get paid enough for you.
I don't get paid enough for you either. I don't get paid probably anything.
Oh, dude.
Oh. You don't know me. Girl, you don't know me.
He's smiling. Yo, he's laughing.
Literally talk yourself into this. Girl, you don't know me. Fix my cup or I'm not getting in the car. Fix my cup or I'm not getting in the car. Oh, we'll get you in the car.
That's not how this works.
In the car.
They'll get you in the car.
No!
More you move.
Fix my cup! No, I'm not going in the fucking car. Fix my fucking cup. Wait, go.
Yo, this dude is gonna press this little bitch. Man, she better get her ass in the car. You about to be folded over like a pizza box. That's a big ass dude. Oh my God, dude, he just shoved her in the fucking car. Oh my God. Oh, let's go. I love it when cops do that. When they're like, oh, you getting in that car? You gonna get in the car?
We'll have another cruiser come and do that. I have to get
I'm so happy. I'm so happy they did not cater to that. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I feel so good right now. Pump this shit into my veins. I need it. This is the lifeblood of every patriot.
Elmer and I can handle her. She's just
very fuck, dude.
And is not afraid to be squirrely or like hit us. I'm about to go on my cruiser and she's screaming in the back.
I'm gonna call an ambulance. My wrist hurts really fucking bad. Like I need an ambulance.
She's trying to clean the hospital right now.
Yeah, I do. I need it.
Yes, sir. I'll be there right now. I'm gonna go over there.
Cut my hand. Can I get an ambulance, please? He's pleading for it.
In addition to being trespassed from the property, this suspect, Haley, was charged with prohibited possession of a weapon other than a firearm, which was discovered in her
No way.
purse, disorderly conduct, obstructing, and resisting. She pleaded no contest to the charges of prohibited possession of a weapon other than a firearm and resisting, while the disorderly conduct and obstructing charges were dismissed. She was ultimately sentenced to 15 days in jail and 350 days of probation.
Damn, boy!
Said chase your dreams, not approval. Nice slogan until she started chasing her pride, which turned into catching a charge. I've seen this many times on the street, but I don't think someone wakes up thinking, you know what, today I'm going to fulfill my lifelong dream of getting arrested and riding in the back of a police car. It starts small, right? A request, a simple out. A person can walk away with their dignity intact, but ego has to win. You can hear it in her voice, not fear, not confusion.
You know why? Because she grew up never being told no in her life. That's why. See, this is why if I ever made millions of dollars, you best believe that my kid is going to a public school. Number one, you pay for it with your taxes. So for the most part, that shit's free. And number two, you learn to cooperate or you get your ass beat. That's what happens in public schools. You either play nice with everyone or they're going to beat your ass. That's exactly what happens.
Commitment to being right and commitment to not backing down. Every time the officer gives her another chance, she doesn't see an opportunity, she sees a challenge. That's the trap, though, because some people would rather win an argument than win their freedom. And once pride grabs the wheel in these situations, logic gets thrown out the window. Now it's not about leaving anymore. It's about proving something to the cops, to strangers, to herself. And this is how minor disagreements turn into handcuffs, paperwork, and a record that lasts way longer than the actual moment had to. That's life, though, because big consequences don't always come from big crimes. Sometimes it comes from small
I need to get me one of those hats. Hold on, wait a minute. Yo, I need to get me one of those hats. I need to get the hat. I need to get a Midwest safety hat, and I need to get a Leering Center hoodie. Nick Shirley's selling that shit. It's called like Leering Center, and it's got like it's got like a number on there, but it's funny as fuck, dude.
That's where we just refuse to realize we're not the ones in control.
Yo, W Midwest Safety Video. He does not miss. Does not miss. All right, boys. We are rolling out of here for the weekend. We will be back on Monday. We stream Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to about 11:30. It's probably a little late now, isn't it? Yeah. Well, no, it's on time. Yep. So we're going to take the weekend off. I do have 2 videos for Saturday and Sunday, like 2 videos each day and 2 shorts each day. So that shit will go up like normal. But yeah, we're rolling. Have a good weekend. Stay safe out there. Don't let anyone drive you crazy. Try to stay away from the crazies. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being you. And I hope to see you guys on Monday. Try to have a great weekend, too. Stay out of trouble. Don't be like these people. They're stupid. They're retarded. And if you do end up like these people, you might end up somewhere where we're making fun of you, so. Peace! Oh, feel free to check out the Discord. You can link videos there.
Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs.